Good morning and welcome back to Travels with Dani and Paul.
Now we are here for our Disney Wonder Alaska cruise embarkation, but no shit. Let's fix that. Oh! It's Disney Wonder! We are going to be doing 3 stops, 3 destinations, as well as glacier viewing, Palo Brunch, all the new merch, spending time with friends. Can't wait.
So excited!
Let's get on the ship! If you're new here, I'm Paul.
And I'm Dani.
We love to travel.
As much as our annual leave allows us to.
From cruises and Disney to road trips and city breaks.
If we love it, we'll tell you about it.
And if we don't, well, you'll know that too.
Now, where were we?
It is a beautiful morning here in Vancouver. We cannot wait to jump on the Disney Wonder. We have packed reasonably sensibly for this with layers and all sorts, haven't we, my dear?
We have.
So we're going to go and do bag drop-off now. And then we are about half an hour away from our port arrival time anyway, so that should be easy and good to do. So yeah, over towards Canada Place to get our bags dropped off. And so we are heading to drop our bags off here at Canada Place. There is a seaplane, looks like it's taking off in the bay as well, just over to our left, which is what that noise is. It's all going on here this morning. Obviously first sailing of the season is always fun, but we're going to go and drop our bags off and make our way onto the ship. It's really nice being able to get a walk alongside the Disney Wonder as we're set to board on it. After all the vlogs we've seen, it actually doesn't quite feel real that we're getting on this, does it? But yeah, we love this ship. It is one of our favourites. We haven't got a veranda for this, we've got an ocean view, which means we should be able to get some nice sort of images as we go through the passage and whatnot, but yeah. So you've got to come in here through this entrance hall, and they are doing a very, very good job of directing people. So we are set to get our luggage drop off and go from there. So bags have been dropped off, that was relatively easy, but the process of being sent through to check-in is a little bit chaotic because Virgin Voyages are also here and there's been a delay to the Virgin ship coming in as well as a bit of a health inspection on our ship. It does mean that there is a bit of a delay. Now what that also means is that the team here, and I feel for them a bit, haven't been given the guidance as to what to do, so we are waiting a little bit until 11:30, which is where our time was anyway, but should still be straightforward, should still be fine, just means we might be a little bit delayed getting on. We are checked in. We are. That was fun actually, because some of the cast in there were brilliant, some of them had no idea how to tell time, so that was, but the actual check-in staff are fantastic. We are now heading our way down to get onto the ship. We are boarding group number 5. We are with a few other people, which is providing a lot of entertainment and a lot of hilarity. We know that a couple of them actually watched these, so it's even more entertaining that we're all having a good laugh at it. So yeah, we're heading down to the ship. As check-in experiences go, it's there or thereabouts with the other ones we've done, no major issues.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
You have to do it whether you want to or not. So.
Yeah. So anyway, we now got to head downstairs, so we're going to go down and that will be our boarding area. Now we were checked in, we were guided downstairs towards the board and passport checks, as well as security screening before heading into the waiting area. The whole process was actually really easy, so there's no need to be concerned about that. Now, the waiting area itself was definitely a little intimate, and once more people started coming in before boarding groups were called, it could feel slightly cramped and pretty loud at times as well. So if you are sensitive to sound, it's definitely just something to bear in mind before boarding starts properly. And now, we wait to have our boarding group called in this very luxurious and salubrious waiting room.
Chairs hurting my back.
It's giving me Lauderdale vibes.
No, Lauderdale's better than this. It's got padded chairs.
That's true.
Oh, it's just gotten really bright.
Mood lighting. There she is, beautiful ship. And a beautiful wife too. Beautiful wife too.
No.
And yeah, all in, very easy, very straightforward. Definitely would look to sail out of Vancouver again based on this.
Yeah?
It was very easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, a bit warm in there though.
Yeah, it is. So it's weird because, so I put on my Spirit jersey this morning, my light one, thinking it was going to be quite warm. So putting on a normal jumper would be too much. Actually, jeans and t-shirts have been fine all day. Really can't wait to do this. As with before, you've got the options of photos, so if you want photos you can do. We always skip past it. We are going to go meet our friends for lunch. Alright, thank you. If you do want these pictures you can have them, however they are chargeable unless you are on Pearl and the photo package is included in your sailing. There we are, there is the de facto air bridge. Thank you. Everybody has been so friendly and so welcoming. It is such a nice port to go through. And here we go, we are through to the air bridge. And we are about to get onto the ship. Got to get ourselves through. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Cinderella's up on the staircase. Ah, we're on the window. Hello. Thank you very much. Yes. Please welcome on board the family. We have made it onto the ship. We are now going for lunch at Cabanas. Thank you. We bumped into our friend as well, so we've given her a nice hug. And yeah, we're off to Cabanas for lunch, as I said. Anything I missed, Dan?
No, Andrew's going to Cove.
That's true, yeah. So we're going to follow our friend for a little bit because we haven't seen them since January, and it feels like a very, very long time.
It does.
Overall, that was a really easy boarding process, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So glad to be back on the one. We're going to do a bit of a walk around the ship later, but lunch is important, people. Lunch is really important.
Lunch is number one.
No, that's Donald. That's Donald. Donald's number one. Cabanas is the buffet option at the back of the ship on Deck 9 aft, with Tiana's also open for lunch. We've always loved the range and variety of food up here, so as you will see from our plates, we normally just pick a few different things whilst we wait for the rooms to be ready. It was also a chance to catch up with our friends and to reacquaint ourselves with one of our favourite ships. And here is my lunch. Danielle has gone for something slightly different. She doesn't go for all the stuff I go for, but already it was nice to see that the food was hot. So lunch was absolutely brilliant, but we're now up looking at some dessert options. Dan's already got something. She didn't actually decide to share with me that she was getting some dessert, so I'll come back out to get my own, but it's really nice options here. And I think I'm going to go for something over here. We have just finished in Cabanas, but as you can see, it's getting much, much busier in here. So we're now off to Vibe to go and meet some people that we know, and then probably have our rooms ready. But we've gone through the app, and we'll talk a little bit more about that when we are in our room. So we've come up to the top deck. They've got what looks like Zootopia 2 playing on the big screen, but wonderful shots of Vancouver behind us. Food was really good, really nice food. Desserts were good, service was really good as well, and we are really looking forward to meeting our server team as well. That's going to be with us for the next 7 nights. Other than that, we're just off to Vibe, as I said, to go and meet a few people we know. It's going to be checking the rooms. Dan's already gone through the Disney Cruise Line app, and she's already hearted all of the stuff that she wants to do for the next week. If you've not met Dan, this is what she's like, but in the meantime, straight opposite and in between everything at Canada Place is the Virgin cruise ship, which is on its first season in Alaska. So if you've been on one of those, let us know whether you think it's any good in the comments below. The sail away party is also much later on for this cruise. It's 7:45, and we're looking forward to seeing the new sail away party for this, because apparently they've changed the music and some of the details on the screen show. We have made it to our room. Yes.
No new stuff.
No new stuff, which is slightly frustrating, but we were aware that it was highly unlikely that would happen.
Yes.
There's new stuff on the Fancy and the Dream and
The Wish.
The Wish, so, but it tends to be that, just for your reference, if you see new things, they tend to hit East Coast before they hit West Coast, which is fine. We do not mind. We've got some of this stuff already. We will be giving some of it away to a family that we met this morning.
All of it.
Yeah, that's true. So we met a family this morning who's first-time cruisers. We're going to make sure we give that to those guys so that they get some of the stuff for them and the kids. Other than that, let's just very briefly touch on Cabanas. Great food. Really, really
Hot
nice.
food.
Yeah, it was
Hot
nice
food.
to be back on a Disney cruise ship. It was nice to have some food that had flavour to it and was warm. And the service, I think they stepped the service up a little bit because we were asked if we wanted drinks when we sat down, which is something they took from the Adventure.
Or it's because we're with someone who has an allergy.
Yes, that's true.
So don't take us saying that that's what happens
No, that's true.
as something that happens, because likely not the case.
Yeah, we also kind of had a few desserts which were quite nice.
Had a cookie and a cake.
Yeah, they were good. So no major complaints. Ship is absolutely stunning as always.
I love this shit.
Let's give you a quick look around the room, show you the bits we've got, and then we have a bit of information to share with you about the way that the Alaska cruises work, which are very different to the Bahamian cruises in terms of timings and all sorts else.
Yes.
If you can't afford a veranda, people, an ocean view is not a bad way to go. So we will have this view for the next 7 nights, and we cannot wait. And I'm not talking about the view of Vancouver, but I'm actually talking about the view out of this porthole. We did have an ocean view on our first cruise that we filmed for public consumption, which was back in June on the Fancy, and it was wonderful, wasn't it, Dan? We didn't have any issues with that at all.
No.
Right, do you want to very quickly show people what we got for our castaway stuff that we're going to give away so that people know what you get at platinum level? So these are the items. So this is a
beach bag.
Beach bag, yes.
Silver gift.
Indeed.
We have like so many of those. Wet dry bag. Gold gift.
Yes.
These are very good. I think we've kept like 2 or 3 of these.
Yes.
And then the platinum gift is a beach towel. We already have 2 of these from previous cruises.
Yes.
So this one is also going in that.
Yeah.
And I think we will eventually, maybe when we're doing a cruise closer to home, we'll do a giveaway with one of these, but we tend to give it away to people on the ship. Yes,
especially those who are, as we say, first-time cruisers.
Yes.
Very quick look around the room. If you do want to see the full room tour, that will be coming out shortly. But Dan, I'm going to hand this over to you, and you can give people a quick tour of the room.
We start at the door. And then just to the side of the door is your gigantic wardrobe with your safe, laundry bag, and your laundry service. That does go all the way back there. Top tip, do this. Stops making a noise. And then we go into the toilet, separate to the rest of the bathroom, which is poor Bernie.
The ocean view room is big enough to swing a cake.
And then you've got your door handle, and then you're into what's essentially the main bathroom as such. There's me. Hello. It's a good shower. It's quite a deep bath if you've got littles who you need to bath. He's getting himself all comfy over there.
The technology doesn't set itself up.
No. And then here you've got some storage. Obviously this is a 7-night cruise. We'll be using all of the storage. Ignore this. This is from our Cloudham that we get. Bed. Pretty much standard on... Good God. You've got your lamps. And then underneath here is 2 plug sockets. A drawer.
We haven't done the room tour.
Oh dear. And then...
lanyard holders. You missed this bit.
I don't like these because they look like the silver ones.
Yeah, they do. It's weird.
And then I always have the phone, but I do have a spare socket, which is good. I don't usually. And then we have the sofa. The sofa does turn into a bed, so you can fit more people. The room does not come with a pool. And then we have the vanity area with free stuff. It's just postcards. And then there's a fridge in here, which is a decent size. It's got our Cloudham in it right now. And your little TV. And cupboard. And then, is Bernie alright in the window?
I think so.
And we're currently looking out.
He's planking.
Just here, that's a petrol station on the water. Madness. So yeah. What is a seaplane?
Yes, you can see planes.
Is it going to take off or is it just landed? I'm going to assume it's going to the petrol station.
We've unpacked a little bit now. We're still waiting for our cases, but we wanted to discuss the differences for people who aren't aware between the Alaska sailings and I'm going to call them normal sailings, because what most people will realise is that you get onto a Disney ship, you've got your muster drill around 4:15, and then straight afterwards you've got the sail away party, and then by the time you're a little bit out of port, the shop's open. But
not today.
The expert next to me, with her very special set of skills, autism, has already been through the cruise line app. So my dear, please put your powers to use, because they are powers at this stage.
So, the sail away party is at 7:45 p.m. tonight. We leave here around 5 o'clock. So our sail away party, we're actually going to be sailing, which will be really cool. Shops open at 6. So for us, brilliant, because we will go from muster at 4:15, I think it is, to queue for the shops, because we're those people, to drop stuff off in here, to sail away, to dinner. What a good day.
And if anything, whilst we harped on about the difficulties on the other cruise brand that we were on last weekend, where the muster drill was not done in person, it was all done virtually, if you will. It is one of the things I do like Disney for, that they say we feel like kids need to understand the importance of a muster drill, and I do think potentially, I do think on the other sailings there could be an element of they need to change and tweak it. We saw the adventure, the way that was done, and I think that was a very well laid out process, with the fact that the sailaways were done differently. Our room is spotless, by the way, absolutely spotless. I've just had a bit of a deeper look around. It's so clean that the toilet area and the basin area has still got a little bit of moisture on it from where it was cleaned before we got in here.
Just on the muster drill. They did the virtual muster drill on COVID, so they can definitely do it.
Oh, they can, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to go and find our friends now. God knows where they're going to take us or what we're going to do.
I don't know.
Haven't met our stateroom host yet either, so
no.
Hopefully we'll get to meet them. I say them because we don't know whether it's he or her. And this evening
Might
we
be
know...
you then.
Well, it might be. The way we're going to do dinner for this is because we are with our friends. We're going to take some photos, we're going to show a little bit of the shows, but we're actually going to talk about the food afterwards, simply on the basis we are on the table with our friends. They don't want to be on the videos, which is absolutely fine. So yeah, we'll just do things slightly differently as we have done on the cruises, like we did on the Destiny where we were with them before. So
we might just do like some filming of the... I don't know why this is filming, but it is. Of the there's also a really weird noise, and I'm trying to figure out what it was.
It's interesting. Our friends Sue and Sean were on the Magic, and they were in a similar room. They had exactly the same issue with noise, and they were actually saying it was disruptive to their cruise. They were on the Panama Canal. So from our side, we're hopeful that this is not the same problem, because they actually struggled to sleep with the noise from this. So if that is the case, we'll be taking leave out of their book, and we'll just go and chat to guest services about what it is, so we know and whether it's likely to become a thing for the next 7 nights. But yeah, overall, no complaints so far. It's great to be back on the Wonder. We love this ship, and we are back on this for a back-to-back in December. So if you do want to see more Disney cruises, we've got Royal Caribbean coming up in July for a week. We've then got the DVC cruise in September, and then we're doing back-to-back on this out of San Diego for somebody's birthday. It's not Danielle's. Thanks for that, Dan. So yeah, if you are enjoying this so far and you're liking what you see, subscribe, like, and all the socials will be going on the channel as we go through the video.
Yeah.
Cruise door all magnetised. We are now going for a wander with our friend. We are just going for a bit of a walk around deck 4 and deck 5. There's the DVC desk over there, the bank of elevators, the entrance area they come on deck 3 with guest services just off to the left. We are just having a bit of a mooch until our muster drill at 4, and then tonight I think we have dinner at, I want to say Triton's, which is right below us down here on deck 3. Interestingly enough, on Embarkation Day there are also activities for people to do as well. So if you have got kids and they don't want to go to the kids club but you do want to do some activities, then places like D Lounge do have the activities, and you can also find that on your cruise line app. We've just come to have a quick look in the Crown and Fin pub before it gets too busy. It's very heavily London themed in here, but they do have chess, checkers and all sorts else, and plenty of football club badges in here. It's just nice to see where it's quiet, but over here they do also have midnight snacks often, so it'll be really nice to come in here one night and just grab some few bits. Just a very quick look at the adult only area. So the Cove Cafe entrance is just there, or the exit I should say, with the sort of glass area. A bit of a place for people to sit if they want to. But this is the adults only area with a heated pool. It's got the hot tubs as well, and importantly then you get to the front of the ship up through deck 10. It is now time for our muster drill, and then once we've finished our muster drill we actually head out towards there where the bridge is. So we're going to head up onto top deck and go and catch that as we sail away. And then shops-wise, we'll be going to the shops slightly later on, because apparently they are very well stocked for these cruises. We can hear a squeaking.
Yeah. We've done our muster drill. Very easy. Still very annoying, but it's got to be done. Ever so slight change of plans. As you can probably see, this is not a shop.
And if you're new here, by the way, our plans always change.
They do, yeah. But apparently the sail away... the sail away from here is really nice, and you go under the bridge and all sorts. So we're actually going to go up to the top deck, do that, and then go and queue for the shops, because there's stuff I want.
Yes, and our friend who has done this multiple times, as an understatement, has said that realistically they do not tend to run out of stuff on these.
No.
Which is good. So from that perspective, it's good that we've been given that knowledge. Whether it's true or not, we shall see, but we know that this cruise is not full.
No, we don't think it's full. Well, we know it definitely wasn't full as of like a week ago.
Yeah, so we know that this isn't a completely sold out cruise like we've seen on some of the other ones recently. So from that perspective, hopefully there will be a good level of stock. We should be able to get what we want from that perspective, and then all good. So yeah, we are going to head upstairs and we will see you on sail away. Time has just gone 4:45. We are up on the top deck for sail away as we leave Canada, as we leave Vancouver, as we leave Canada Place, and as we leave the Virgin ship opposite us. We are just about to head out of the city. We can see that they are doing their best to get the ship away. The smoke is coming out of the funnels. We are waiting for the Mickey whistles, and we're going to go up front and we're going to take you with us. Dan and I were actually saying that the whole process of Vancouver has been so easy and so straightforward, and with the flight only being about an hour more than flying into Orlando, it does really make us wonder whether the Alaska cruises, for the prices they could be, as well as a couple of other bits, does make it a more attractive proposition than some of the other cruises that you see. But we'll let you know our thoughts about that right at the end of the series. All I do know is that we've got a little bit of time before we set sail. We're heading out under the bridge, which we're going to show you, and then we got dinner tonight and everything else, shopping potentially, and a little bit more as well.
At the end of this announcement, we will be sounding our ship's whistle. We recommend to our guests on the open decks to cover your ears.
And the Shakira plays in the background. We are leaving Canada Place. You're right there, Dan.
Just dancing away, don't mind me.
And it's not until you actually pull away from port that you realise just how big that Virgin ship is, and that actually there would be no reason for some of the other Disney ships to be able to do Alaska in the future. So we shall see what happens there. But of course, as we leave the beautiful Port of Vancouver with all its containers, just for added effect and scenery.
Oh, people are waving on the
Oh, people are waving on the Virgin ship. Thank you very much, people.
It is mandatory to wave whenever you're on a
I was going to
ship.
say, if you don't wave at a cruise ship when people are waving at you, what are you doing? So our friend Andrea has just pointed out in the distance, can you see the mountain top with all the snow on it? If I need to zoom in 1,000 times, I will, but
It's the
it looks
thing that
stunning.
looks like clouds.
Yeah.
It's not.
What a fantastic description by Danielle. It looks like clouds, but it's not. So the front of the ship is now going to head out that way, and then that's where we're going to go under the bridge past, I think it's Stanley Park. And yeah, we're then on our way up to Alaska. So apparently in the last few days there have been orcas spotted at this bridge. Whether there still are or not will be a mystery to be seen. But hopefully we might see some over the next few days, if not normal humpback whales. What also has been very interesting as we do approach the bridge is that despite the sun being out and being very, very warm, the breeze has actually necessitated putting on a hoodie for me and a cardigan for Danielle. There is one guy up front with shorts and a t-shirt on or a shirt on, and he said, I'm really shocked that you are needing to put more clothes on. I'm just cold.
At the end of this announcement, we will be sounding our ship's whistle. We recommend to our guests on the open decks to cover your ears.
After watching the boat sail under the bridge, we made our way down to the shops, which already had quite a significant queue. Given how busy it was, we decided not to film, and now you're back with us in the room.
Not fun.
I am going to give the team in those shops outstanding credit.
Jesus.
Amy Louise, I think her name was.
Yeah, both amazing.
Could not do enough to bend over backwards for every single customer that wanted something that wasn't on the size, that wasn't the right area. Between the shops, the They were just phenomenal, and everything that epitomises why Disney is a sensational cruise line and why we bang on about how great they are, especially when we've experienced other cruise lines where it's not as great. So let's give you a quick show of what we've got and what we spent $450 on. That's with discount, by the way. We are going to start with some exclusive Alaska stuff that you can't get anywhere else.
We both got one of these.
Yeah. So we can be matching, Dan.
I like that it's a full zip.
Yes.
This will be coming out on Glacier Day.
Yeah, quite possibly.
So that was that. We both got one of those.
Long sleeve shirt. I do like a good long sleeve shirt, and I don't really have enough of them. But this one, again, Alaska on the back. Nice enough. All of this stuff we will try on once we're not sweating, and then if it doesn't fit, we will take it back up for other people to purchase. I quite like this one. This is nice. This is for Dan, but because it's a medium, it will fit both of us. Very nice on the back with the characters.
And it's felt.
I can see that you felt it, yeah.
No, it's got felt embroidery. You got a hat?
Yes, I have been desperate for a woolly hat that doesn't have a light on it.
Or a bobble.
Or a bobble, that is true. So yeah, that's for me. There's suitcases there, Dan, mind those.
This was the one thing
you
I
were desperate
really
for,
wanted.
yeah. And for a woman who overheats because of her medication, this is a real special purchase.
So they no longer sell the Loungefly that I wanted, so I got the matching ears instead.
But they can't match the Loungefly because they don't do it. It's awkward.
No, I'll match Minnie tomorrow. Not tomorrow, day after.
This goes so well. I am going to give them massive credit that they came to the front of the queue.
Pin.
Perfect. They came to the front of the queue as everyone was waiting, and they said, "Who is here for the Mickey and Minnie Alaska dolls?" And they showed both of these, and they said, "For today and today only, these are limited to one pair per adult." And they stuck to that.
Yeah.
And what was great is that they were grabbed up, and I was in one of the other shops for this, so I'm going to come back round to Dan for this. What was great was the shop side I went into, they had very few of those. And a whole family just scooped them all up. As in, they picked all of them. And then the mother was handing them out between members of the family. And it got to the point where each member of the family had two each.
What was in a pair? They had...
No. Two Mickey, two Minnie. And the cast came straight over and went, no.
They are really good.
You cannot do that. And it was two fingers. You cannot do that. Those need to go back or to somebody else. And they were straight on it.
That explains why on my side of the shop there was a big dump of them on one of the jewellery things.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But
So yeah. Anyway.
fair play to the cast. Round of applause to
Yes,
you.
round of applause to them. And I will say, whether it was this or the adventure, the stocking, they were priceless on it, because the thick one, Dan's, I'm going to call it sauna spirit jersey, they had very few of those out, and we said, where can we get more? And they went, get to the front, tell us what you want, and if we've got it, we'll give it to you.
And if not, we'll write down your name and your stateroom number.
When we get one in.
When we restock in the morning, we'll call you.
Yeah,
But
and
they got us one.
they've been brilliant. Again, really can't highlight it enough. Right now, the time is 6:30, and I just want to say as well, hilarity ensues with some of the people we know on this cruise. Alana, I'm just going to call you and your family out. You were hilarious, and the way you looked at me when you left that store, you genuinely looked like you'd escaped from a scene out of The Last of Us. It was hilarious. You just gave me this panic look as if to go, I'm out and I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jess and her friend Amy, they were somehow in the shop still trying to work out where to pay, I think. But yeah.
It was chaos. The lines are out the door.
Yeah.
The lines are doing this. I don't know.
That is crazy. Right, next plan, my dear. You know what we'll do.
No, I don't.
We'll come back to you when we know what we're doing.
Oh, my phone's out. I've lost my phone.
Lost your marbles.
I didn't have marbles anyway.
And a very, very cold, very breezy sail away party. We don't think it's the new one, but we are still going to enjoy it nonetheless.
Somebody screaming! Let me see your hands in the air. We're going to raise the roof on this party. You ready to party? You ready to party? You see one of the lyrics? Oh, I think we can do much better than that. Let me cut the waters over here. Make some noise! Oh, he's a good boy, it's Bruno! It's a #1 John Dog! All hail to the Queen, Miss Minnie! forget the mouse, the myth, the legend, Mickey Mouse! Great to see ya! Gangs off here. Let's go. You ready to party? Let me clear your mouth. One more time now.
We are back at the room and we have come back to a towel animal. Well, this is a runner animal with chocolate. So we've got a crab. Anyway, now Danielle's back with me. We are back from dinner at Triton's, which was... Are you good there, Danielle?
Trying to get my ducks in a row.
Let's talk about Triton's. New menu for Triton's.
Not a fan.
We're going to put a picture of the menu in here. Big difference in terms of the menu for you.
Two big differences. Number one, I always get the deep fried brie. That no longer exists. And the steak that I get used to be the Chateaubriand, which was just, you could eat the whole thing, whereas what it is now is a tenderloin, but it's got a bit of fat running through it.
Yeah.
So that's annoying.
I still had the dishes that I quite like, which was the French onion soup and the herb crusted rack of lamb.
That looked really good,
actually. It was very, very nice. Then had the strawberry sundae, which was nice. And you had...
I had a kid's dessert.
Yeah.
The cinnamon apple pie.
Yeah, which was all very nice. So yeah, no complaints. Food has been good for night one. And to be honest, all the food we've had today has been very, very good as well.
It's been warm.
Yeah.
The food's been hot.
The server team have been very good as well. Obviously, we're fortunate they know the people that we're with. So yeah, from that side. But as embarkation days go,
not bad.
Not awful. Not bad at all. Would take this 9 times out of 10. So yes.
Tick in the box.
Next vlog from us is Day at Sea.
Yeah.
Going through what is affectionately known as Inside Passage. Well, technically it's where we are now. So from that side of things, we are doing that now. And yeah, that's pretty much it from us today.
Good morning and welcome back to Travels with Dani and Paul from a sea that is unknown to me.
I'm pretty sure it's still the Pacific, Dan.
Sea day number 1.
Indeed, so welcome back to our vlogs. If you're new here, hello. We are on our 7-night Alaska cruise. We are first full day, which as Dan has just said is Day at Sea. So we're going to go for breakfast at Triton's. We're going to go for lunch potentially either at Cabanas or at Tiana's. Maybe even try some of the food at Anyone Can Cook. And then dinner tonight is at...
Animator's Palette.
But there may be a twist for dinner.
A twist.
Yes, so we are heading away from Canada, heading our way towards Alaska. It was a pretty straightforward night, no massive issues. You can see some land in the distance. So yeah, we are making our way up towards, we now know, Dawes Glacier.
We only know because the TV told us.
Correct, yeah. But we know what we're going to have at Triton's for breakfast already, don't we? You're probably going to have French toast, or you're going to have pancakes.
Yeah, I never have French toast.
Well, you've tried some of my French toast in the past. I'm definitely going to be having a DCL Express because why change the habits of a lifetime? So we'll show you a bit of that and then you'll join us afterwards.
For some reason, Paul put his hat on to go to breakfast.
I wanted to look like Alaska merch had thrown up over them.
Yes.
Because everyone else has done the same on the ship.
Yes, but what this?
Oh.
Yes, see, I have my hat, but I don't know what we're doing after breakfast, so it will come with me, but probably not on my head.
I can't help I look like this or my hair.
Breakfast has been finished, and now we're going to Anyone Can Cook. And this is lobster ravioli. We have our little forks. We also get a recipe card. So we'll show you what it's like.
Breakfast is actually really good. Bit of a miscommunication. Apparently cream is acceptable for tea. It's not. But we are passing some stunning scenery. And we will go and take a walk out on deck after this because everything around here is just beautiful. It really, really is. So feel very, very lucky at the minute.
I read in your recipe that we have to, if you have been to check the recipe, it says that we have to prepare like a tomato broth 1 day before. At night we chop, we put together so that it rains. So I guess I'll see you tonight for that. All right. So let's go through a recipe very quick. Yeah, as you can imagine, we feed a lot of people, and we have to make sure that we are organized back in our galley, which is how we call the kitchens in the ship. It's a galley, right? So we have a lot of people. Luckily for me, otherwise I would have to cook a lot. Doing the mise en place. Mise en place is a French term that means putting things into place.
They've also bought Danielle a small sampling of wine to go with the lobster ravioli, which is quite nice.
Obviously, the first concern in any ship is for you to be safe, for us to be safe. So no open flames are actually allowed back in the galley. We have everything electric, which is very, very good. And maybe even if we have like a little blowtorch for creme brulee and things like that, the people who are allowed to use that, they have to sign a paper, be taught how to do it, so it's always safe. As you can see, now all the liquid is partially gone. You know, we wanted that. We said that we had a little bit of liquid just for it to start reabsorbing and evaporating. So now we kind of get a doughy consistency. When you use fresh pasta dough, you will know it's ready when it floats. But with this, it's going to be different, so we're just going to cook it for about a minute and a half or so, and that's it. So now, for the second version.
So we've had one brought over to us while the presentation's been going on, but the chef has been absolutely sensational, so we're going to try this as well. So we've come up to top deck. Absolutely loved Anyone Can Cook.
We got free wine.
Well, you got free wine. I'm allergic to wine. So.
It was an adults only one, and I think from what they were saying, all of them on this ship are adults only.
They are,
so
yeah.
Not gonna complain.
No, really good. So we're actually just up on top deck opposite the concierge area, but we've also come up to have a look at some of the views. And so far, this cruise is everything we thought it would be. It's been so good, and people are going to go, it's not even 24 hours. You're right,
Who
but
cares?
it also is one of those cruises where you may notice we are wearing jumpers. There's a reason for that. It's fresh.
I love a cold cruise.
Let's quickly show you some of the views we can see from top deck. So we are starboard side, and as you can see, there is the concierge area for all of the very lucky people who have enough money to do concierge.
One day when we win the lottery.
Yeah, exactly. And then in the distance, you may be able to see plenty of views of mountains, but I don't think you can, so I'm going to move slightly around to the side. Hopefully a slightly better view of the mountains of Canada and Alaska in the distance. By the way, we were actually told that we've picked up a Yeti.
It's the Medusa look.
We were actually told the mountain that we could see in the distance off Embarkation yesterday was in Washington State.
Yeah.
And it's a massive mountain. What's the plan for the rest of the day, dear?
There's trivia at some point soon. I can't tell you which one it is off the top of my head. General Disney trivia?
Muppets trivia.
Oh, there's Muppets trivia, and then there's General Disney trivia level 2.
And because of our friend Alana telling us about the Art of the Theme show, we're doing that on the last sea day.
Which is what we did on the Destiny.
Yes. Anyway, back to trivia. We're going to come back into the shops on another day because it's very, very busy in here at the moment, but I will give the staff here on the Wander outstanding credit because everything that was sort of missing last night has been fully restocked today, and whilst it does look a bit more empty now, we were just having a chat with one of the managers and they were saying we do have the stuff and we are doing our absolute best to refill everything, but yeah, we will do a full sort of ship walk through of the shop. Hello. Just saying, the shop's been very good, hasn't it, in terms of restocking. But we'll do a proper video about the merch, and then we'll take a bit of a walk through for the vlog anyway later on. We have come to do trivia, and there is an argument brewing about photos in front of the castle and all sorts. Disney Trivial Level 2, there are 6 of us. And we're going to find some way to share the 4 medals, but looks like it's going to be busy.
Alright, now last but not least, question 20. What puts Snow White into a deep sleep?
We finished the trivia, well, they finished the trivia, 14.5 out of 20. Somebody got 19, and they were very tough questions, but we are now going to go for lunch, and we are then going to go and grab ourselves a bit of a chance to do some napkin folding, which we've never done. We've done the towel folding, but napkins could be completely different.
We have come to Tiana's for lunch, one of my favourite spots. Lunch menu. My pasta has arrived, and then,
Thank you very much.
as if by magic, as if by wonder,
We've just finished lunch at Tiana's. That was an amazing meal.
Oh.
So good. We're now going to go to do napkin folding. Ducks. We've not done napkin folding before. Clearly, we've also not learned how to place ducks somewhere.
no, that's too high up.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're going to go and do some napkin folding. Not sure if this is that much different to the towel folding.
We're going to learn how to make a jacket. Like from last night.
It's going to need to be a big jacket to fit us. I'd go back to Tiana's for lunch again though.
That's my shoes. It's not my duck.
But you really enjoyed. Your pasta was really good, wasn't it? Somebody's left their stuff there.
My
Right.
pasta was so good.
Yeah.
Really good. It felt like really filling, but also felt slightly healthier.
Yeah, my meatloaf was actually really flavourful and warm. So really good. No complaints about any of that at all. And considering the chaos that was in Cabanas, definitely made the right option.
This is so much fun. We've done towel folding on the Dream before, but never napkin folding. So we'll take you along with us.
Take these the sheets home with you and do these napkins because it really does set your table on fire. Not literally. If you set the napkins on fire, then yes, literally it would be on fire. So I don't recommend that.
So we're going to start here. We have our 3 napkin folds in front of us. So we're going to start with our candle. So everyone has their napkin. So we're just going to give that a good shake out, get all those creases out. So we've got that large triangle. That's the first step in both of our napkin folds. Then we're going to grab those 2 ears, the 2 sides at the bottom of that. So you're forming like a straight line across. So you should be forming a straight line across and there should be a small triangle at the top. So it's like a kite shape then. So I'll do that step again, that's kind of tricky. Right. So we've the 2 sides of the diamond shape to form the collar. Then we'll turn the collar outwards. Maybe I did it too fast. I'll go through it again. But I think some people got it. In the front, yeah, you got it. Hold it. I'll go through it slowly again. But that's our tuck. And then we're going to hold on to that and turn the entire napkin around. Still with the base facing you. So turn the entire napkin around. The base should still be facing you. And the top point away from you. Next up, we're going to grab that top point of the triangle and pull it down. And then we're just going to roll from left to right. So just start rolling across, nice and neatly.
They see me
Keep it in
rolling.
line. Just roll across. And then you'll see your candle forming. And we've got a little tail sticking out. We just got to tuck that into this pocket we just formed.
We don't have people
That's
over.
our candle.
Why do our candles look so different?
Like we optimize candles there. Okay. Once more for the candle.
Oh, well chuffed.
Hold on.
Look at that.
So nice. So nice. Thank you. Mine is very neat,
Shake it out.
considering I did it on the lap.
As promised, we're back in the shops, having just done some napkin folding. I just want to point out a couple of bits. This is the afternoon. All of the plushies are gone, which is kind of expected. But there are some there, so they're not fully missing.
These have been restocked.
This is the second time these have all been restocked today. Quite impressive, and they are restocking this as the cruise goes on. But they will be restocking all of this as it stops in certain ports as well when the shops are closed. They've got loads of plushies, but a lot of that is not Alaska specific. And this is what Dan was after. Impressively, they've now actually fully replenished all of this stock, and there are loads of little kids stuff as well.
They also sell, because this is where we are right now, they also sell sort of the proper map and guide of everything, which is really good.
Yeah, pretty clever. Sweets on the back wall, because apparently, not enough stuff free on board.
So we have snacks on the cabin. That's good.
We do, yes. I'll come back over this way. Again, Alaska cups, which we picked up one of. We picked that up today. batteries. This is something I think I'm seeing more of on the cruises now, and plenty of pins options as well. The Disney Cruise Line baseball jersey. There are some more of the Spirit jerseys over there, including the one I'm wearing and the one that Dan's bought. The standard sort of Disney Cruise Line shirts, which we've seen on all the other cruises we've done recently, including Singapore, not Alaska, but Singapore. They have the 2026 stuff. They've got some of the new 26 stuff here as well. Got some of the cups, but not the square ones, as was pointed out. Ooh, snapband. Dan's millennial mind is. You're right, Dan. And then over here we've got magnets, including, I've not seen this one before, Up to Snowgood, Canada, and it's got 4 of the main characters on it. All of these are magnets. A new, I'm not sure I've seen this. Can't say I've seen that before. This is the Disney Wonder checklist top. So on the front it's just got the Wonder, and then on the back it has this: sip coffee at Cove Cafe, dominate at Disney Trivia, watch Frozen a musical spectacular, cheers at Crown and Fin Pub, eat Mickey Cherry waffles and chill at the Quiet Cove pool. So yeah, quite a few bits. Little Mickey coin purse as well. And that's just one side of the ship. This is also one of the shirts we've got over here. They have this. Is it not? Looks like a coin purse. What is it? Oh, it's a reusable bag. Well, that'll teach me for not picking it up and looking properly, won't it? They've also got, I say, some of these shirts over here. They have these, I'm pretty sure, on some of the other cruises that we've been on as well. Don't think I recognise the Disney Cruise Line one, unless that was on the Destiny, was it, Dan?
This is a new release.
Yeah. So that's cool. So I've got that one, and then there's the Wonder one as well. So let's take a quick walk over to the other shop, the second of the 3 shops on board. So straight across from Mickey's main sale is Whitecaps. Got some of the, what I would probably describe as more upmarket, nicer stuff in here. So I've got that polo neck. I know a few people have also got that. Jumpers, 3/4 zips, chinos as well. Nice to see that these are, I mean, they're more waterproof chinos than anything. This is one of the most in-demand Spirit jerseys on this cruise. I've not seen this restocked that much. I don't think they were expecting the level of demand that there was. A friend Jess has actually bought this,
This is what I
hoodie.
wanted, and they didn't have my size.
Okay.
I need to try it on. So
Yeah,
it's fine.
they've got the, you might remember us showing this on the adventure where they had this artwork of all 8 cruise ships, and then the dress that Daniel has previously bought as well.
I don't fit into it yet.
They've got some of the Tommy Bahama stuff still. Again, all of this is very consistent with stuff that you'll see on the other cruise ships, so not a lot of sort of difference here. They have the Dooney and Burke as well, and then there's more kids stuff here too. This is where a lot of the demand was yesterday for the jewellery because of the Pandora stuff. Danielle has finally tried that on. Looks very nice, dear. Thoughts?
I like it. It's toasty.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very nice. We'll talk about that in a second. You have this top as well, which is sort of almost like a elasticated sort of. Dan, how would you describe this fabric?
I don't know. I was just.
I'm not going to say lycra.
It's almost like
Polyester. Yeah, that's true. Not sure I like it, but the standard Disney Cruise Line sort of Spirit jersey that's been out for a while now. There's then a few new shirts, new polo shirts, although these are the expensive ones, and I would actually say my personal view, if you're going to go for a polo shirt, that one up there, that's the better one to go for. It's a very comfy polo shirt. As you can see further through here, you've got some of the more sort of kids stuff. There are blankets as well. There are the earmuffs, the socks and all sorts. Helly Hansen stuff. You've got kids stuff over there as well. Just come around this side, there's a few jumpers, these Spirit jerseys, then t-shirt, which is the one I've got there, and then there are things like the statues up here, so plenty of stuff there, and then sunglasses if you need those, crown of light jewellery, pretty much all the standard stuff that you'd really find in a lot of the Disney cruise shops.
Now he's ready. Such a boy.
I'll spell it. You started.
That was number 1.
We've just got back to our room. We went and did some trivia with Alana and her family, which was good. What was it, the trivia we did?
Disney Tunes Trivia Live.
And actually, we didn't do too bad, but the people who won it, fair play, not only did they know the answers, they had a cracking set of vocals on them and all.
I was like, oh, free concert.
Yeah, honestly, they were really good. We're now going to go up on deck and try and do a little bit of whale spotting. We're going to change into our jackets and
I can take my new mug with me. You can take that one. From
Yeah, going to put our hats on, I'm going to put our jugs on, and all sorts else. See you up on top deck. And we're taking microphones with us, by the way, because it's windy as hell up there, and we aren't sure you're going to be able to hear this through the speakers on this, so we're taking the... What are you doing?
I don't think you can see what I was doing either.
Do you?
This was me being the wind.
We've also been pixie dusted, so thank you to the people who've pixie dusted us.
Yes, I do also pixie dust people.
Yes, we don't just give and not receive, and receive and not give. You good, girl? Yeah, you good?
Yeah, can I put hot drinks in this?
We will see you upstairs. We have come up to the top deck as we look over towards Alaska, and all in the distance back that way now is Canada. And yeah, we are hopefully able to see some whales in the distance, but we're not optimistic. You nicely wrapped up?
I am. This is very perfect actually for this type of weather. And I've got my zip undone, so it's not quite enough to put my zip up, but I'm cozy.
I will say one of the good things about these Alaska cruises is that they do provide you with a very nice hot chocolate. And they also
Not
provide...
this was a tea.
Yeah, that was a tea. But also, they do provide blankets and the likes, don't they?
They do indeed. Yeah, and apparently when we get back on the ship from an excursion, they will have hot chocolate waiting for you.
That's nice.
As you get on the ship.
Yeah, look forward to that when we do an excursion. But tomorrow, Glacier Day, isn't it?
Glacier Day.
And we are meant to be going to Dawson's Glacier, which is going to be nice because obviously Dan and I have never been to anywhere like this. We are going to be up here though for the character meet and greets, because if you're not aware, on these sailings they do actually have their own sort of outfits and all sorts else, and then the idea being that you get up close to the kind of background and the scenery and have lovely stunning pictures with everything in the background.
Yeah, it's the only time I think I will ever queue a prolonged period of time for a character.
Yeah.
And that'll be literally all of tomorrow.
But yeah, so tomorrow you'll see, or on the next vlog you'll see something totally different with regards to the glacier and other bits. But tonight we still have dinner to come at Animator's Palette, and we're going to be having something slightly different, potentially.
Yes.
Depending on how that all goes. Yeah, other than that, trivia's been entertaining today. We haven't done the learn to draws because they're just not people that we were overly bothered about doing learn to draws with. But yeah, we are just waiting to see if there's anything else our friends want to do, and then we may well head down and do those. But hopefully it's just giving you an insight as to what fun you can do on a day at sea on these cruises, because there is plenty of stuff, isn't there?
Yeah, and I think it's also important to not overdo it, especially on a cruise like this where we are, once we're in port, we're quite active.
Yeah.
So it's nice to just sit here, and yes, it's not warm, but we're sheltered where we are right now, which is lovely.
You also don't expect a cruise like this to be warm though.
No.
That's a big difference.
And I love it.
Brief update for you. We did not see whales, we didn't see dolphins. We didn't see much really apart from... I don't know what's just happened.
I guess it'd be more like, whee!
So, tonight is formal night. Also, the Golden Mickeys are tonight.
Look how formal we are.
We aren't dressing up.
No.
We were actually talking, and it's quite nice. We've seen a few people who are dressed up, and they do look very good.
We've done it once.
We've done it once. The problem is we brought a lot of crap over with us, and therefore we didn't have space in our suitcase for a three-piece suit, and apparently we had space for limp bunnies, but we just didn't have space for a suit and a dress. But
You've
no,
already eaten your limp
I
bunny.
did. You're right. But yeah, people will dress up, and if you want to do formal night, absolutely fine. We've seen loads of people doing full-on formal attire. We could just put on what we're wearing to Palo, but we save that for Palo simply because if we don't get any food down it tonight. And to be honest, our friends don't dress up either, and some of the other Brits we've met on this, they aren't dressing up either. Nope. But we are heading to Animator's Palette for dinner. I'm going to put you guys away for a bit, and then yeah, we'll kind of talk about Animator's Palette when we get back. It is Match and Mate tonight. Yeah. So we're going to go see that. We'll talk to you about that afterwards because that is never safe to film.
NSFW.
Not safe for watching.
Work.
On that note, we'll see you in a bit.
Not safe for wonder.
Hello. We are in French Quarter Lounge. That's so bad, isn't it? Yeah, French Quarter Lounge, and there is live music.
Yeah, we've just come up here to do something other than sit in the room, basically.
Sea day, innit? We love a sea day.
Love a sea day.
Just so chill. Now, do I go for a beignet?
No.
No?
I mean, it's up to you. It's before dinner. Bagnets. Source of the chocolate variety. Pre-dinner.
Looks like a pot of ketchup. I'll have the bottle. We have just had an amazing moment where we have seen a whale. Well excited. There's a whale.
I'm just waiting for it to come back up.
Normally we only see whales over the M4, but not today.
Just saw a little fin, and then it came up and did a little puffy face.
It did its little blowhole thing. I realise I sound like a child at the moment, so I'm so excited, but I don't know what I'm talking about. We are back from dinner, match your mate, and a lot of other stuff. But we are back to a turtle. Oh, Terence is his name, is it? Mm. Great. We shall very quickly talk about dinner, about match your mate, and we shall end the vlog there. Dinner. So we were at Animator's Palette. We're going to start there. Animator's Palette. So we have repetitively had the same menu at Animator's Palette. There's a little bit of a change to the menu, so I've taken a picture. I'll put that in here. However, our friends are now on their third of 4 cruises on the Wonder, and they know the chefs quite well because of our friends' dairy and gluten intolerance. So the chefs actually asked our friends, do you want to try something different? If so, what do you want? Now, we were asked last night, do you want to join us in trying something different? Because last night, I'm going to put the picture of this in now, they're moving something above our room on deck 3. So they asked us, do you want to join in this? Because last night, our friend had orange chicken.
Oh, it was so good. And it was gluten and dairy free. It was beautiful.
It was really, really good. And we were then asked at the end of the meal, well, our daughter wants to have chow mein, but
it's too much.
There's too much for her. So we said, yeah, we'll give it a go. You know, we've had the Animator's Palette menu enough, and they basically cooked a Chinese meal for us of chow mein, rice, and orange chicken, and my God, it was sensational.
So good. So good.
Absolutely sensational. The food was phenomenal. That's not to say that the Animator's Palette meals that we normally have are not good, but, and this is a kind of a precursor, if you start to do ships a bit more regularly like we do for whatever reason, and you are keen to try a different menu, or you are on a back-to-back and you don't want to do the same menu, speak to your servers, speak to your team. It's not guaranteed they'll do it, but it's better to have the conversation than not, and know that there is something alternative.
Yeah, and you can absolutely request Indian food is always an option.
Yes, we've seen that as well plenty of times.
Yeah, it's normally if you request it the day before.
Yeah.
I also had chocolate milk, and it was so cold. It was so delicious.
I do want to say we also had beignets at French Quarter. They were great, so no issues there. Right, match your mate. So we there were a lot of people in Azure, that's the one.
To the point where they were actually streaming it into Crown and Fin.
Yeah, so from that point of view, there were a lot of people watching it in there that couldn't actually get a seat in Azure. I will never understand why couples want to cheat, and it always seems to be couple number 2 or couple number 3 is never the younger couple who are still finding their way in their relationship.
We've had couple number 1 cheat once before.
Yeah, but all the times, this is our 12th, 11 where we've seen match your mate, and more often than not it's couple 2 or couple 3. And what I was really pleased about was that the cast member who was taking scores clocked the cheating.
However, couple number 2
are absolutely hilarious.
If for whatever reason you find this video, you are great.
Yeah, you two, you were Belgian, they were
so funny.
A hilariously gay couple, honestly. It was, yeah, no holes barred, quite literally. It's been a great day, to the point where Danielle's exhausted. Sorry we're keeping you up, dear. But tomorrow...
It's 11:45. Of course you're keeping me up.
Technically 10:45, or 11:45 because the clocks go back. But we are Glacier Day tomorrow. We are up early. We are heading up to go and meet the characters. jackets will be on, hats will be on, thermals will be on. A big thank you as well again today to the British friends that we've met on this cruise. Alana, I know you and your family watch these, so thank you. It's been great to spend time with you and your family. And also to Jess and her mum. It's been hilarious with their friend Amy and her other half. It's been really nice. All the people we've met from the UK, we've all caught up and we've all had a good laugh, and it's made the cruise really special and really nice. So yeah, from that side of things, really good. Any other bits to add?
No, it's been a nice combination today of some relaxation time, some trivia, some stuff that we probably wouldn't do previously. It's been a good day, but yeah, I am tired. I wonder how many steps we've done.
So we're going to go and get ourselves sorted for Glacier Day tomorrow. On that case, we will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Just under 10,000 steps, she's desperate to say.
I was going to say as I say goodbye, but yeah, we're doing more steps tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good morning. Welcome back to Travels with Dani and Paul, and it's Glacier Day.
So this is one of the most popular days on a Disney Alaska cruise. We're going to take you through our experience of lining up for the character meet and greets, what the experience is like, all the other things, what is technically another sea day, but we'll be getting up close with the glacier hopefully, and showing you what we can see.
And seeing some
whales.
I didn't want to say it to jinx it.
And we did mention it on Embarkation Day, and I think we mentioned it on Travel Day potentially, but welcome to Good Morning Disney Wonder. We've got Erin and Ashley, so Ashley is the cruise director, Erin is the assistant cruise director, and they will give you all of the information that you need to know essentially things on Glacier Day. So they did just mention about the Frozen sing-along. So Cabanas is open, but not quite open yet. Everyone's very early. Oh, there we go. Cabanas is now open. Morning. And so there we go, everyone will now be rushing to get what they want before waiting in queues.
With it technically being a sea day, look at these beauties. It's churro waffle day. I have a very beige breakfast. It's not intentional. Hello. I did forego some things that I did see because there was a line, so I may go back, but look at this. I don't know what you can see because of the reflection, but beautiful views.
Look at them views.
Yeah, some incredible views coming up.
Bloody freezing as well, though.
It's not as cold as it was meant to be.
Is it not?
No, the app says it says lows of 12.
Oh.
But I'm not sure I believe that.
No, I don't think I believe that either.
No.
We are up on top deck. It is not as cold as I think we thought it was going to be.
It's chilly. I imagine the further in we get, the colder it's going to get.
But there is a reason we are wearing our lovely Pixar jackets. Yeah, these were from our... If you aren't aware, we went on Pixar studio tour thanks to our friends back in November, and these were the jackets that we purchased at the time. They are phenomenally warm.
They're cozy.
Very cozy.
They're like, there's a fleece lining on the inside.
And we also had to lose a lot of weight to fit into them. So
I still can't zip mine up if I've got something else. Like, I can't do it with this underneath.
But either way, we have some amazing views. Breakfast was really good. It got really busy really quickly though.
My apple pastries.
So we made our excuses and left to give some space. But these are the views we have coming into the glacier. And whilst the cloud is a bit low at the moment, we are expecting the cloud to lift. But this is also where we are fully well expecting to be able to meet the characters. So, being British, we'd like to think we've started a line.
Yeah.
And what else?
It's going to be here.
Yeah. And what else have we got down? What else do we bring? Behind you. And it's not even panto season.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolates.
Those
Yeah.
are the rules.
It's about 6 months early for panto season, Dan. I'm very disappointed.
It's also that really annoying bit where I'm like, it's really bright, but it's only really bright because
Oh my
it's
god!
That is 10 out of 10.
Everyone,
I'll never do anything as funny as
Amy on the left.
incredible.
So Amy on the left, Jess on the right. Sorry, fisherman's friend.
That's amazing. I love it. And also, we
Now what-
assume this is where the line is. Not sure.
And no wonder you didn't have anything for formal night last night if you had that packed in your suitcase.
That's incredible.
Oh, you're missing.
I see the fly.
You're missing the waders. You've let yourself down.
Oh, yeah, too big, too big.
Just want to say the level of dedication that all of us have. This is now the queue starting to build behind Danielle, right? And yes, that is right, we are first in line. Thanks, Jess, by the way, for kicking 6 people out the line who were quietly and patiently waiting. By the way, if you want to know the influencers on the Pixar cruise who...
That's me. The shades are having to go on. It's too bright.
I mean, it's not that bright, Dan.
Yeah, but you're normal.
Anyway, more from us later. More high quality content from Travels with Dani and Paul.
Yeah. We are in the line for Mickey, but I've just looked over to the other side. Look at this! It's the low cloud, it's baffling. Like, why is it not like that over there? Looks like it's going to rain this side.
That didn't even look real, does it?
No! You wait, we'll see a whale now, and they would not have seen it.
Right, so...
Hang on,
oh, there we go. You were looking for stuff on the mountain, weren't you?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
And to be honest, oh yeah, there it is. Right, so let's give a tip to our friends that are possibly going to do this. Don't listen to some of the cast.
Don't listen to us either.
Don't listen to us because we had no idea. And to be honest, we've sent about 100 people completely the wrong way. The front of the Mickey bit is by the entrance to Vibe and Concierge Lounge towards the forward. It is midship, but yeah, don't listen to some of the staff that send you down towards the aft because, they were wrong. Really appreciate the fact that they kind of came around and went, oh, we're going to walk you all round. And,
No, we're going to conga.
and what was really embarrassing was that everyone who we'd basically gone, this is the front, that's the back, all looked at Jess and was like, oh, you've lied to us. I just hid behind Jess, I'm not even sorry. So I think all of us as a group, can we agree to pin this on Jess?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're going to pin this on Jess, great. She's still got no idea.
She's not.
She's oblivious. Yeah.
There are many, many things that Dan and I have seen that come across as stunning views, but this really is something else. And I'd imagine as the clouds lift, as we head in towards Dawes Glacier, it's only going to get more stunning, but...
So sweet, alright. And right over your family. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect, give us a wave.
So this is brilliant, you've got all the shots in the background, and then we're going to go straight round and meet Minnie. So we're now in the queue for Minnie, but these views are phenomenal. It's been really kind. Sam just over there has actually let me use his binoculars to have a look through at things, and it's spectacular when you get to see a little bit further up. So after waiting 2 hours, we've got to see Mickey finally. Everyone's now sharing photos. We're really lucky we've met some really nice people who have all taken pictures of us. We've taken pictures of them and everything. So yeah, I'll get other people's thoughts in a minute as to what they thought the process was like. But really well organised. Everyone's been very well done with sort of line etiquette and everything. And yeah. I will say that I know I've banged on about it already, but the views for this day are just something else as we get close to Dawes Glacier. A couple of boats out doing some whale watching, but if you are on a repeat cruise and you've done the pictures before and you're not worried, you can get in the hot tub, guys. The hot tubs are warm, but what is also going on over here is they are selling hot chocolates with alcohol in them if you want them, or coffee with alcohol in them, and you can get them in these special cups which are for this cruise. We'll show you a picture of our one in a second, but also if you notice there, blankets. So if you are getting cold and you need a little bit of warmth, there are the blankets available because the temperature is dropping the closer we get to Dawes Glacier. We are now at the front to meet Minnie, so yeah, we are just about to complete the 2 photos we want. They have actually put Donald over the other side, so we're not sure. I don't think we're going to go back over and meet Donald yet because there are some more opportunities to meet the characters later, but I need to probably talk to Danielle about what she would like to do.
That side.
We have met Minnie, we have just come basically straight back through the funnel, and we are now here waiting for Donald, and then the people behind us all the way back down there. They're now waiting for Mickey to come back out. After we've done this, we're going to head back over there to go and join the Daisy queue, and then I think that's it. I'm probably wrong, so I'm going to ask the expert in a bit, but yeah. We have been and seen all 4 characters now, and after some whale sightings and some otter sightings, we have come down to deck 4, where it's a little bit calmer, a little bit more peaceful, and we are trying to spot whales, otters, dolphins, anything from down here.
Give me a tail. Oh my goodness. Oh, another tail.
While we are whale watching, we've got Jess with us, because obviously our opinion is one thing, but having somebody else who's done it as well can sometimes add a different perspective. So all 4 characters upstairs done.
By 10 o'clock?
Yeah, I didn't think the process was too bad.
No.
But we were all up there very early, weren't we?
Yeah.
Too
Very
early.
early.
I think once the crew came out and the cast kind of redirected everyone, they were very good with it, weren't they?
Yeah. With our conga line.
Yeah, conga line.
Sending people the wrong way. Yeah.
Would you ask them to do anything different, or would you say to people that's a good way to do it, get there early? What would you do differently, if anything?
Get there early and just bounce back from starboard to port to meet them. I mean, we've done Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy in like, what, an hour and a bit?
It's an hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
It's 11:30 now.
Yeah.
So we've done really well.
Really well.
And
We've got them all.
the cast were really good, weren't they? So it's 1 photo per family. They will do landscape and portrait. And if
No autographs.
No autographs.
2 photos, if I can count.
Yeah.
So we have had our hot chocolates brought round. There are also cookies over there. You want a cookie?
How many do you want?
1 cookie, please. My wife is going to bring me a cookie. Oh, that's nice. She's brought one for Jess as well. Jess and I sat on the sofa, on the loungers. Nice little cookie. We are just all completely and utterly, completely taken aback by how beautiful all of this is. And yeah, just laying on a lounger, got blankets on, and taking it all in. We are inside now for lunch at Tiana's. It's getting colder. You right there, Dan? Come back here then. Yes, my shoes are squeaking. Our friend was telling us it was colder last year, but I can definitely feel it's getting colder as we get closer to the glacier.
Yeah, I think after we've eaten, I'm probably going to go and change into my big fluffy.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go and put my thicker hoodie on.
And brush my hair.
Yeah. Just been for lunch at Tiana's, and as we've said before, we like to call out when things are good. Like yesterday's lunch was very good. Today's lunch, completely the other end of the spectrum. It was actually a really, really bad lunch. My baked ZT was cold. The time it took for us to get served was painfully long. Your chicken breast curry was chicken thigh curry. But it was
like scraggy bits.
It was really bad quality, so it's really disappointing. Well, thankfully, we've been stocking up on hot chocolate and cookies the whole way through, but we're heading back up now. A few more character meet and greets to do, and then we are, well, going to keep watching for whales and glaciers.
And I've changed.
Yes, you have. You still look pretty.
I can't do up my jacket of this because it's a men's cut. It's not a women's cut.
Yeah.
If I have something thick on underneath. So...
We are now rapidly approaching the glacier, and as we get closer to the glacier, the views just get more and more breathtaking. Yes, there is a little bit of low cloud. Goofy is just finishing off his meet and greet. There's also Pluto on the other side. We are, thanks to our friend Jess, we are in the first couple of people that will get to see Chip and Dale, and then guess what? Right back over this side for another meet and greet. We are trying to get all the characters done today because the afternoon tends to be a lot busier than the morning does. And despite a little bit of rain, we are now getting much, much closer to the glacier. There is a waterfall over there. There's some ice. Another shipping port that's done its little bit this morning. Just had a little bit of rain, which forced the characters under the protective huts, but until we're getting a bit closer now with the ice floating away from the main glacier area, waterfalls already starting. But I'm heading up to the very top deck, because apparently Daniel tells me there's something up there worth seeing. As we approached the glacier, there were plenty of different places to watch from around the ship. For those brave enough to stand right at the very front, they were rewarded with spectacular views, and as you can probably hear, a rather aggressive wind and a healthy amount of driving rain. Many guests took refuge behind the screens on Deck 10, where there were plenty of activities and information available for the more avid explorer.
As we'll talk about in a moment, those watching from the upper decks were also treated to commentary about Dawes Glacier and our journey through Endicott Arm. The top deck was definitely the busiest spot on the ship, with the approach to the glacier also shown on funnel vision for those wanting an even better view. As for us, it was probably about time to seek shelter and find another hot chocolate and a few cookies.
One of the things that's been really cool is I've just been at the front of the ship, and I'm going to put some footage in here, but it's so windy. Going past some of these sort of ice formations and looking up at some of the views is that you probably can hear in the background. They do a bit of explanation as to getting towards the glacier, where things are, what the glacier looks like, etc, etc. But there is so much here and it is just phenomenal. I cannot recommend doing one of these cruises highly enough. The temperature has dropped phenomenally.
The Juneau, Southeast Alaska, Ketchikan here, maybe
I have a scarf on under here too.
But this is amazing though, and
My hands.
the vocal thing I was telling you about upstairs, as you can hear, is everywhere on the ship now. It's all through the ship as well, so it's brilliant. Like as we approach the glacier, they're not just doing it on top deck where it is brutal.
So you can probably hear me better, is again as we go up, look at the icebergs as we go up, as we get closer, look for the harbor seals. They're going to be like little brown logs, and the pups are a little bit lighter. Keep your eyes on the icebergs. Again, tide is going down, so keep your eyes for black bears at the water line. So I'll be up on deck. If you have more questions, feel free to ask me questions as we get closer to Dawes Glacier. So grab some hot chocolate and enjoy, get warm, because it's going to get a little bit more windy as we get closer to the glacier. And it's an amazing day. And so I'll see you up on deck.
And here we are, the glacier is straight ahead of us. I'm not sure if we're going to crush the little boat as we approach it, but there is Dawes Glacier. Pretty spectacular. That's an understatement. We've just spent some time completely taking this in. This boat here is an excursion boat that's making its way back in, and that's been able to get all the way right up close to the glacier, and that excursion was $300 each, so not that cheap. But if this is a once-in-a-lifetime trip, you may want to save up for that, because I can imagine getting close to that being pretty special. I mean, we are not that far from it. This is, based on what our friends are saying, very close to what they've been before. And it's, yeah. So the ship is now beginning to turn a bit more, which means the view of the glacier is better from the starboard side. We've got the time lapse going on the port side. But yeah, that's it's pretty special. Our friend has a photo from roughly the same period last year, and the glacier on the left side, so this one here, roughly looks about 10% bigger this year than it did last year. There was somebody who's done one of the talks on this, and they were saying that whilst there is about 200 foot of ice on the surface, there is about 900 foot of ice under the surface, which is absolutely terrifying when you think about it. The small ship in the middle that you can see, that is a Windstar cruise. Whilst Danielle has the ambition and desire to do one of those, Bank Balance does not. We are back in the room. We are going to go see the show.
You're back in the room.
But before we do go see the show, I do not think there are any words for today.
No. No, I'm so
nothing
naughty,
at all.
though.
Just nothing. There are no words that can tell or describe how phenomenal today was. That's true. We said we're very lucky with how we travel. But you and I even sat there today and just went, this is
madness. Like, it's just so, like, everything's so big. I know that sounds stupid because they're mountains, but it's just, it really puts a lot into perspective. Like, right now I'm looking at a waterfall, and there's little tiny waterfalls everywhere.
The views, the scenery, all of it.
Yeah.
Incredible. I don't think anything, as long as we live, will ever live up to this. No. And that's not me being over dramatic.
There's one thing that could live up to this for me.
Golden Gate Bridge.
No, a safari. Can't compare the Golden Gate Bridge to this.
That's Australia, isn't it? Yeah, no, Oh. No. I was thinking Sydney. Tired.
The Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, wrong one. It's awkward. No, but there was one point where the ship turns and does starboard towards the glacier, however you want to say it.
Glacier or glacier. That's what our friends say.
And it was just one of those moments where you kind of sit there and go, "Wow." There was an excursion today, which we've kind of already touched on, that goes right out really close to the glacier. And I did say to Dan, at $300 a head, $300 a head, sorry, just don't see the value. The view we got was great.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to do one once, because you do get to go really close to the glacier. You get to go to other ones that you can't actually get to on these ships, so you do see a lot. One day.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Anyway, we're going to get ourselves ready for the show, and then dinner back at our latest palette.
My belly's making noises.
It is. I can hear it. You probably can't. We've just seen Disney Broadway Stars after a bit of a nap. Absolutely fantastic. Guy who played the original Tarzan, I think the original Simba, and something along those lines. But it was brilliant. But we are now here for a dance party. So we're up on deck 5, which is one of the few places we can get a decent shot. And yeah, very, very busy because they've cancelled the party due to the weather. But that'll now just be a few days later. So yeah, and then dinner after this. And a lot of chaos has ensued, but we are back.
You know when you take like layers off for the first time in a while, and everything just itches. That's me.
Cool. Welcome to.
This is Steve the Squid.
Okay. Chocolate fries. This was actually done using a blanket we left in here from earlier. So, right, let's sum up today. The last you saw of me I was on deck 5 ready for the dance party, and very quickly realised that would be a very, very loud, very screechy environment. So we ended up doing 80s trivia.
You got a message from me that said abandon.
Yeah, so
I was like, I've left.
So we did 80s trivia, and then dinner. Dinner tonight was Frozen themed.
Not my favourite.
I'm going to put the shot of the menu in here. Some interesting menu choices from what felt like somebody trying too hard to create a Frozen menu.
Yeah, I wasn't. I had the kids' dessert. That was really good.
We didn't actually go for starters.
No, to be fair, I don't remember the last time I've actually had a starter.
No, we had the same main, which was the beef.
I don't think it was very good.
That we've noticed a declining level of quality in the beef, whether it's tenderloin, filet mignon, whatever.
The prime example is the removal of the Chateaubriand.
Yes.
And now it's a tenderloin that has a massive thing of fat running through it.
Yeah, it was not a great bit of meat. We've actually given some constructive feedback around some of the food. Normally the Wanderer is brilliant, but it's been a bit sort of hit and miss on this, which is a real shame.
Did we speak about lunch earlier?
I mentioned it very briefly as to what an absolute shambles it was.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
I just want to say before we end the vlog, today is one of those days which really makes you realise how travelling can be a privilege. There were things we've seen today, views we've seen that you will never replicate anywhere else in the world. And we're very fortunate, I think, in that we do get to travel as often as we do. Not that we don't work out what's it's off for it, and not that...
And we do nothing else.
And we know that anybody who gets to travel absolutely works their what's it's off to be able to achieve a holiday, especially something like this, which might be a bucket list trip for people. But this is one of those trips where, honestly, we've had 2 days. The views we've seen today were just something else.
Even from right before we even got into the fjord, where we saw the whales not in the fjord.
Oh yeah.
I am, however, shattered.
I will say I feel utterly and completely shot. We were up early this morning.
At 6.
We were up even earlier than that, thanks to the lovely people next door to us. Having one tone of conversation which was loud. So guess what? The joke's on them tomorrow when we wake up early.
I'm not getting up that early.
I will be.
Great.
Revenge. I'm not that way inclined. I'll be asleep. But yeah, tomorrow, what are we doing, my dear? Because I literally turn up with a camera and point and shoot.
We're doing a Mushers camp and s'mores roasting adventure. So it's us and our friend Emily. She's coming with us.
It's our friend's daughter.
Yeah. And we are having a morning playing with puppy dogs. Basically, that's, not going to lie, it's the main reason I booked it. So I'm excited, and I love s'mores. S'mores are my favourite.
So yeah, very early start tomorrow. The all aboard time is 8 PM, so slightly later. And tomorrow we are in Tiana's, which hopefully dinner is far better than what lunch was today, and hopefully it's more akin to what lunch was yesterday.
Yeah, I'm going to go watch a film tomorrow too.
Yeah. Oh, you're not?
Because
I'm going to be doing some myself then.
Well, with all aboard not being until 8, and I'm thinking a lot of people will take advantage of that, there's a Devil Wears Prada 2 at 5:15. So I thought, hopefully most people will still be up the ship or getting ready for dinner. So
looks like I'll be finding something to do myself then.
It'll probably get to it, and I'll just be like, nah, can't be bothered.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Hopefully the vlog has not been too boring, just with amazing scenic shots. I've got no doubt we're going to have loved editing this and watching it back ourselves, and hopefully it just gives you a bit of a taste as to how amazing this day is on this cruise that they do. And Dawes Glacier is just next level breathtaking, I think. So yeah.
And we do have one more glacier to come.
Indeed.
In a few days. More on that later. On that night, I'm so tired. I'm going to bed because I'm talking in one tone because I don't have energy.
End the vlog, Dan.
Bye-bye.
Good morning. Welcome back to Travels with Dani and Paul in Skagway, Alaska.
Hello, and welcome to this. This is amazing. But today's vlog, my dear, what are we doing?
Play with puppies. We're going to Mushers camp.
Yep.
And s'mores roasting.
S'mores, oh.
But I booked this because I want to play with puppies.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
So it's us and our friend's daughter that are doing this. Our friends are actually staying on the ship, so they've got things to do. But there is so much around Skagway that we're going to try and show you. But first,
Puppies.
breakfast. Let's go get some breakfast.
Puppies.
Before we grab breakfast though, we are not the only ship in port today, my dear. You have looked on Cruise Mapper. Who are we joined by?
Symphony of the Sea, I think it was.
Very easy to tell, Dan. The name's on the side of the ship. Anthem of the Sea.
Same class. And Star Princess and
Holland America.
Holland America Western Am.
Indeed. Yeah, honestly, it's rained a bit overnight, probably unsurprising. It was one of the reasons that the show last night was cancelled. But the view, it's fresh, but yeah, we're going to grab our jackets after breakfast. But yeah, heading back down off top deck, grab some breakfast this morning, and then make our way to our excursion. Puppies. Dan, there's literally no exit there. Plenty of options for breakfast this morning, pretty standard offerings today, but no Mickey Churro waffles, which there were yesterday, so yeah, we'll have to just make do with what the standard fare is this morning.
Although we went up to Cabanas, you can have a sit-down breakfast in Triton's if you so wish. We just needed to be a little bit speedy on breakfast, so we went up and had a little snack.
And so more recently we've noticed that they've started putting the cutlery on the tables rather than leaving it out by the restaurant service areas like they normally would. But yeah, much easier for people to just find a table, grab some napkins whilst they're on the table with the cutlery, and job done. But this is breakfast for us this morning.
Oh, we're good to send them. Thank goodness.
So we are on the bus. We are with another group that is doing the same puppy musher camp, but they are then doing the gold panning. But it is just the three of us doing the s'mores adventure. But there are so many things you can do in Skagway, and yeah, best thing to do is look on the Disney website ahead of your cruise.
So we do have to. I'll be giving you a brief tour through town, showing you our cool historic buildings, telling you a bit of the history of the area, and some dad jokes, and a bit more history, and a few more dad jokes. Coming up on our right hand side at 5th and Broadway. A lot of people like to think we only got jewelry stores when we got cruise ships.
So we've just been dropped off back over there, and we are now making our way to the camp where we will meet the puppies. But we've been given a wonderful historical update on the Gold Trail, the Yukon Gold Trail history. Seen some seals and some ducks. I can't remember the specific type of duck, but yeah, we are now heading our way in to go and get ourselves some puppy cuddles. So this is the area that we have been brought to, and we are just about to be taken in.
Mushers camp and s'mores or gold tanning. We will be combining briefly for our mushers talk with another group, so we will be splitting up again for our puppy time.
See you all day. Come here.
Oh.
So this is Diesel. Hi. I haven't seen Diesel in a couple days. Oh, I know. He's a hugger, if you couldn't tell, and a big old ham. And what makes him an Alaskan Husky is the selective breeding. So essentially the way that the Husky in Alaska came to be is you start with the Siberian Husky, you get that double layered coat, you get the ability to withstand the cold, but Siberian Huskies don't really want to run. They kind of want to just like scream at you and stay outside, you know? So that's not super great for a sled dog. Good boy, handsome. Good boy. I'm going to see you later, okay? Oh, okay. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Boy, Diesel. Boy, yeah. Now I'm being handsome. Oh.
These are some very small puppy dogs. Danielle's going to end up staying here.
Wait for everyone to get over here first. You can get as close as you want. I'm going to go inside.
Oh
my goodness. First rule, any child needs to be sitting on a bench and a parent needs to hand a puppy to them, but they will be sitting down when they hold the puppies.
Take as many photos as you want. Please do.
Oh my goodness. Who am I gonna get first? How about you? Oh. There we go. Hi. You're feeling energetic, huh?
So they were just saying they leave 2 of the puppies with Mum because Mum trusts them to look after the puppies, and that is how Danielle's ended up with this one and Emily's ended up with another one. This will be Danielle done for the day now.
Yeah, that's good. I'll stay here all day.
I know, right? Whenever I work here, I'm like, dang, I have to work with the puppies all day.
Oh no.
Such a shame.
No, it's just really hard.
Any dogs are fine, but puppies. It's puppy smell.
You're very welcome.
Look at this little puppy. So these are less than 4 weeks old at the moment. Danielle's ended up taking her bag off because she was told that she could put the puppy inside her jacket. Oh, beautiful blue eyes. That's my finger. So one of the ones that Danielle has just had, she's been switched out. She was crying, so she's gone back to Mum. But this is brilliant. Once we've done the bit with the puppies, we do go to some of the older dogs as well.
Maverick.
Hi, Maverick. Oh.
He's the big boy of the litter.
Hi, buddy.
They're all sweet.
Yeah.
My favorite's Iceman. He has 1.5 blue eyes. I might get to show him to you.
Oh yeah, I think I saw him. Yeah, just on the front. We are here at S'moresville, and our guide Paul is helping us, and we have this. We have a pack for s'mores at S'moresville. This is brilliant. Look at this river. This is truly a terrible excursion, people. Definitely don't do this. Absolutely awful. Having to play with puppies, having to eat really sweet stuff.
If they should happen to catch fire,
yeah,
please don't wave it around. Some people make the mistake of doing that, thinking they can make the fire go out.
Here we go.
But yeah, the grates, you just have to find where the...
So we've got those bits in there, and then we've got our bits over there warming.
Oh yeah, the chocolate, yeah, the bread, yep. Yeah, right. Oh, this is all wet. Anybody gonna need a picture?
Small. Mm. Why? Go Georgia, Dan. You good over there? Just miss your mouth.
Breakage.
Ah. It's good, isn't it? Yeah. Apparently, this is hand carved. And a lot of this stuff is hand carved. I will say so far, Danielle was like, there's puppies, there's s'mores, and I was a bit like, yeah, so what? This has been brilliant. I don't even think this cost that much. I don't even think it was a lot. But as you can see up here, if you have a look, this bear, he's carrying s'mores. He's carrying marshmallows and sticks. A brilliant, brilliant excursion, and we'll be back towards the ship before midday. Now, we're going to take a wander around Skagway when we get back. But the tour guides here, we've had Paul and Charlie. They've been phenomenal answering any questions. This is a gift shop as well, so we're going to have a quick look in there as well. So I've just said Paul and Charlie have been absolutely brilliant. We're going to take a walk into the gift shop. Oh yeah, Patrick as well. This is just... How much was this?
It wasn't a lot.
No.
I don't remember.
And here we are at the waterfall, which actually, as it flows further downstream, helps power this whole camp through hydropower. And further back that way, just that little building you can see through the trees, that's their hydro station. We have just come into the gift shop where there is a saloon, but there's also a chance to buy drinks and a couple of other bits. There are lots and lots of t-shirts and other bits as well. And because this is so dog-centric, there are, of course, things that you can get for your dog here as well. I'm surprised Danielle hasn't picked up one of these.
With what?
Or any of these to do with the dogs.
No. Well, I have got...
So we've chosen to be dropped off in Skagway, and we are now making our way back to the Wonder via a couple of shops. But look at that view! That is absolutely stunning. I mean, to be honest, off to the right is just as beautiful as well. It's been an amazing day. That excursion was such good value, and we will be back on the ship in time for lunch. So I think that is our intention, is to potentially grab a few bits here with our friend's daughter, and then yeah, we're going to make our way back onto the Wonder and spend the afternoon on the ship. We've just taken a little bit of a walk back through Skagway, which is a nice little town, plenty of things for you to see, and a lot of the excursions are centred around the town centre. However, the train station over there is for this. And as you can see in the background, behind the train are all of the ships that are in port. So we're going to head back to Disney Wonder. And hopefully next time we come to Alaska, we'll be able to do this excursion. What is really nice as you come back on the ship, hot chocolate.
It's nice.
It is. A very brisk wind out there. Anyway, we're back down to the room to drop some stuff off, and then lunchtime. We have come up for lunch. Looks like some pretty good options available today. Hi, are you alright? It is a little while later now. There is a... Hello, Dan. There's a little head down at the bottom corner of the screen. Yeah, you've had a nap. You've got a bit of a headache, haven't you? Today's another one of those days that I think... I'm going to turn so people can see. Another one of those days where we realise that travelling really is a privilege, isn't it? To be able to do something like this. I'm going to turn the camera so you can see the view, because whilst we woke up to this today, please excuse the slight state of the windows. It has been hammering it down overnight and has just chucked it down again. But as you can see from our window, there is the, I think it's Anthem of the Seas, Dan was saying, and those snowy covered mountains just absolutely reaching for ages. It is beautiful here, isn't it, Dan? We had lunch at Cabanas, which was fine. Just a light lunch because we grabbed an ice cream in Skagway at a shop that our friend's daughter recommended. But the puppy thing today,
I love the puppies.
well, there's another part of that excursion. All of the other ships in port are also kind of able to access that excursion, but the tour guides were just top tier, so good. The smalls were really good as well. Just a great experience, and I genuinely think, you know, we are not afraid to tell you when we think something is bad. Like if you remember back on the Fantasy in June 25 when we did Delos Island, and we said how challenging that experience was, but this was probably one of the best ones we've ever done, wasn't it? So yeah. Plan for this afternoon, they are showing Hoppers in the theatre, so I think we really want to go and see Hoppers, don't we? Because we've not actually seen it in the cinema, and we're very aware that sometimes when we're due to come on a cruise that they do actually do the shows in the theatres. I know that when we are back on this ship in December, there is the new Marvel film coming out, so we're really looking forward to that. By the way, this is a great shot of you just laying on the bed.
I'm so comfy.
There's also a helicopter tour just going overhead, and our friend has said there is not a chance of God she's ever doing it, because the helicopters basically come in like this. She's like, I'm never doing that. But yeah, so we're going to go see Hoppers. Dinner tonight is at Tiana's. Overall, the food we've had so far hasn't been bad. Last night, we didn't mention this, but I had the It's Elsa's Coronation Sunday. They opened up the gates and let it go. It was alright. It was mint chocolate chip ice cream with some marshmallows in the bottom. When we eventually do come back to Alaska, the train is probably the next one I'd do.
Yeah, that's an all-day thing as well.
It's actually quite a way up, apparently.
It's slow.
Yeah.
Not that much.
But it's a train.
Sad.
I am sad, yes, but there are loads of people on this dam that will love trains and will want to do something like that, so that's my professional view. Train coming back in, helicopter flying overhead, trains, planes and automobiles and birds.
We have seen a plane.
Yeah, we have seen a plane. Actually taken off from behind there. Yeah, so that white pass is the one that we are really looking to do potentially when we next come back, because it looks so good. And because we are in Skagway for a little while still, until 8 PM tonight, we've come back out for a bit more of a detailed walk. Interestingly, if you can see the difference in the shades on the rock, that is the difference in the water level. Potentially. The tide's gone down a little bit, but look into the distance, just unbelievable scenes. Just breathtaking, all that snow up on the mountain top. Behind us you can see the Wonder. This car park is where most of the excursions go from, including, funny enough, the excursion bus is just coming back from the one we went on earlier. I think it is Patrick. It is. It's the guys from earlier. So the tour back earlier on does do 2 stops. it will do a stop at Broadway and 7th, which was right at the heart of Skagway, which is where we stopped off earlier, and then it does bring you back here. So if you did want to kind of come back, drop some stuff off, you can do. It's really nice out now, I think, with the sort. I mean, you see in the distance behind Dan's head, like with the sun. Get my words out. With the sky having cleared a little bit and the clouds having risen, it's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's still cold. There's someone over there in a t-shirt.
I was going to show you this map. I really like that they clearly updated this so that you can see what is where and who today. Now, interestingly, Anthem of the Seas, our friends have their neighbours on Anthem of the Seas. They got off the Wonder before their friends, and they still made it to the dock before their friends got off the Anthem.
It's mad. Also, how funny that their neighbours from home are currently neighbours on the ship.
Yeah. The image that Dan is now taking a picture of and what we're standing in front of is the Skagway Centennial statue, which is just across from the White Pass and Yukon route. And again, you can see all the various signs there, but this is where I took a picture of a train earlier. Interestingly, if you are going back to the Holland America and to the Princess, you've got to almost get a transfer, or it appears to be a bloody long walk. I think, didn't our friend's daughter say one of them's a tender boat as well?
I think, potentially the Princess one.
Could be wrong, but there we go. Anyway, we're going to head through to the heart of town. Oh, you want to go this way, Dan? Go this way then. There we go. We are just in the general store, and it is pretty fun in here. There's loads of little bits, just general stuff, but also loads of like personalised stuff for Skagway and Alaska. So yeah, this is just off the left as you come off the boat onto the main area. Quite possibly the most famous attraction here, according to our tour guide, is the Red Onion Saloon. Some of the stories we were told were quite funny about this place, weren't they? I'm going to use the phrase slightly off the beaten track, a little bit loosely here, but as we are very close to the actual White Pass station, here is one of the older trains alongside this absolutely magnificent building. There are some of the coach tours that are going through here, or drop-offs for... There's a reason they're doing that. It's because people are very close to the lines and I don't think they see the train coming. But yeah, here we are. One of the old White Pass. There's a Danielle in the... Hi dear.
What are you doing?
Nothing, looking at stuff. Oh! You have to go a fair way to get a better joke than that.
As you can tell, we're now back in the room. Excuse the background noise. We had a lovely walk around. It was really nice to see Skagway without cloud, because obviously when we left this morning, it was quite overcast. It then rained this afternoon, and it's now beautiful outside, as you've seen. So we looked around some shops. We did some walking around a trail. There's an old train that's parked up, so we went and climbed on that like you do. And then we had a little gentle stroll back, and now we are off to watch Hoppers. It's showing in the theatre tonight at, what time is it now? 5 o'clock. So in half an hour. There's no show tonight, so instead they play the film. On our last cruise, on our cruise before that, we saw Zootopia 2 in the theatre. So keeping our tradition, keeping our tradition, we're going to go and watch Hoppers.
Alright. What are you going to say?
That we're going to go see Hoppers.
Oh yeah.
Poor people down below us.
There's nobody below us, it's crew deck, nobody below.
No, it's not on deck 1.
Is it not?
Mm-mm.
Sorry, babes. We have been to see Hoppers. Very good.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was like old Disney Pixar style, which I really loved.
And people are probably sitting there going, how did you see Hoppers? On the ships, on some of the cruises, maybe they're longer sailings, they will have the latest film in the theatre. They do also have the cinemas though.
Yeah, so on this sailing in particular, there's 2 new release films out, or newish release. So you have Hoppers and The Devil Wears Prada 2.
Yeah.
So Hoppers was in the theatre tonight, but
It's on again at 8:15.
It's on again later. It's basically replaced a show because it's the more sort of family-friendly option. And then The Devil Wears Prada 2 is in the normal cinema.
Yeah.
So there's loads of options.
It's very good. It's good that they do these things and they put these on. We're now going to go to a Q&A with the Broadway stars that are on the ship. We saw their show
last night.
Yesterday. It was absolutely sensational. Genuinely breathtaking performances, and we're going to go and do the Q&A with them now. But there's also an answer. There's an adult Q&A.
Show.
Yeah, an adult show later on. So we're going to see that as well.
With just all Broadway. It's
Yeah.
not just Disney. It's all Broadway.
Which is just phenomenal. Yeah. So we saw something similar with Meredith, didn't we?
We did.
Back in Magic in September.
Yes.
She was amazing as well. So this has been just as good. But yeah, dinner at Tiana's tonight. So we'll talk to you about that when we get back. And then that is it for Skagway.
Yeah.
Brilliant day so far.
Really good.
Let's make sure it ends the same way, hopefully.
How's it going, everybody? Good day so far. Make some noise. No, but I as we said yesterday at Knowledge, my name is Josh Strickland, and I was the original Tarzan on Broadway.
Yes, thank you. And I'm Adam Jacobs, and I originated the role of Aladdin, and also played Simba on the National Tour.
For us, we didn't run so well on Broadway, but it is still running in Germany, and it opened right as we were on Broadway. So it has been running in Germany. It's one of their longest running shows ever, and it is a super great production, and they got to retool some stuff and do a lot of different things, which is so cool. I actually got to go over and do the production in Germany.
Fantastic. Let's have some fun.
Well, I'm gonna make my way around the restaurant and say hello, but if I don't make it to you, no need to worry. I'll see you for night 2 for our celebration, and Lewis will be strolling over here playing his trumpet, so just make sure you say a quick hello by saying hi with a waiter.
Is it okay right now for us to sing some Disney jazz? Would you like that? Yeah. And then I hope you enjoy this one right here. This one's taken right out of the Jungle Book.
We are back from dinner. We've got a bear. I think this fits into the category of bare necessity.
Look for the
bare necessity.
I don't know
Anyway.
what the dance was. Felt necessary.
Right, let's very quickly talk about dinner at Tiana's. And then we are off to go and see Broadway stuff. So
This is Barnaby.
well, it's not a purple dinosaur.
That's Barney.
Ah, yeah, my bad. Dinner at Tiana's.
It's my preferred menu of the 2 at Tiana's.
Yeah, I think it's not my favourite menu. We were having a conversation with our friends at dinner about the fact that this on the Magic is the Rapunzel restaurant.
Prefer.
And I said I much prefer the Rapunzel menu. It's much better.
They have pretzel bread.
Yeah, they do. I mean, we kind of had the bread to start with. Bread is bread in a nice sense. I'm not going to bother putting pictures of bread in. But then mains, you had
The turkey. Basically, it was turkey with green beans, some weird stuffing thing that I don't eat, and sweet potato mash.
Yeah.
was lovely.
I had the pork medallions, which if you've been on Dream or Fantasy, that is normally in the
Enchanted Garden.
Thank you. It's exactly the same. There's no difference, guys. It's exactly the same dish. Then for dessert, I had a half-baked Alaska. And I'm not saying it's a full-baked Alaska because the meringue...
You had an Alaska.
Honestly, the meringue was thinner than my patience. It was so questionable to the point that our server actually brought over a small set of meringue nests. It wasn't great. The ice cream was cold, which was the main thing about it. But
I thought you were about to say that the ice cream was cold and that was bad.
I mean, the sponge was so thin.
I had the
Honestly.
beignets and they were very nice. They were very fluffy.
They looked so much better than what I had.
Little espresso sauce.
There's been a bit of a discussion between us, our friends, and a few other bits about the quality of the food in Tiana's over the last couple of days. I think there's been a bit of a staff change from what our friends are used to, bearing in mind they sail on this a lot. But even I think it's kind of completely off the pace of what we're used to for Disney food as well. We're going to go and see some Broadway adult-only entertainment this evening with the people that are from the shows we've seen, the question answer earlier, and then the bits.
It's in an hour.
We aren't going to make that, I don't think. Well, we want to go see it. We do like it, so and both of the performers are very, very good. But today, Skagway has been absolutely amazing. Really, really enjoyed Skagway. Beautiful little town. Definitely somewhere that I would recommend if you are coming to Skagway, you should be doing an excursion.
Yeah, whether that's through a cruise line, whether that's something you organise privately, you know, especially if you're doing this sort of cruise where you're in port until quite late.
Yeah, we only left port about an hour ago.
Yeah, an hour and a half ago. So, yeah.
But there is a potential we could see the Northern Lights later. I mean, whilst we're ending the vlog now,
if there is, we'll show you.
Yeah, absolutely. But
if you don't see, we couldn't see.
Yeah, Skagway though. If you are coming, my recommendation is do a port adventure or do an excursion, as Dan said.
I can book those.
Yeah. So just, I would say there's plenty of stuff out there that you can do in Skagway. We'll learn a bit more about Juneau tomorrow. We're doing a bit of a private excursion, really, aren't we? Our friends are hiring a car and they're taking us around all the bits that they know.
We're going to Costco.
Yeah, that's one thing. They're also taking us to another glacier.
Yes, the Mendenhall glacier.
Yeah, really looking forward to that. So.
And I've requested to go see the whale statue.
So we shall see.
That's it.
But thank you for watching, guys. It's been really appreciated. If you've enjoyed all of this so far and what we're doing, please don't forget to like, subscribe and all that sort of good stuff. And then, yeah, any questions, comments, bits below. I think that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to go and try and survive the next hour so I can see the show I want to see. Bye-bye.
Good morning. Welcome back to Travels with Dani and Paul in Juneau.
And today we are being taken on a bit of a tour by our friends who know the area very well. So you can actually, what you can't see behind the camera is our friend Jess is... There we go. I'm going to spoil it.
Behind the scenes and behind the scenes, inception.
Indeed, but we are heading out to Mendenhall Glacier.
We're going in a car.
And our friends are doing all the driving, but there's also a Costco run and a couple of other bits as well.
And a supermarket.
Yes.
Sprinkle cookies.
It's going to be lots and lots of fun. But you guys can all do this as well if you hire a car. So let's take you along and see what we get up to. We are just getting ready to go out, so you've just seen us on top deck. We've had breakfast. I'm coming to it, Dan. I'm coming to it. We've had breakfast. Again, it appears that the service is a bit slow today, which was why we're probably now about half an hour behind where we thought we were going to be. However, a question for all in general.
This is a poll for the comments.
And it genuinely is. Our friends have just watched me put ketchup on my bacon and my sausage, and they are horrified. To the extent they've gone, why are you doing that? And I'm like, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
And we've gone into this whole debate about having ketchup and I don't even know what brown sauce is.
And then we tried to describe brown sauce, and it actually turns out it's quite hard to describe brown sauce.
I said it's like a spicier ketchup, and he went, "Oh."
But it's also not all at the same
He went
time.
like barbecue sauce. I'm like, no, barbecue sauce is sweet. So if you're an American watching this, could you please tell us whether ketchup on bacon and or sausage is a weird thing for you? Because for us as Brits, it's perfectly normal. Anyway, we're going to go and get the car now. I think we have to get the shuttle across, which is a free shuttle. We're then going to get the car from the hire car company, and then I don't know whether it's a Costco start or a Walmart start or
I think it's a
Glacier start.
It's a Glacier start.
So we might be doing that, but you'll come along with us and we'll show you the bits.
Boat?
No, this is a big boat, Dan. It's a cruise ship.
I think it's a pilot boat.
No, Dan, this is a cruise ship.
No, right there. Little boat. Little boat.
Yeah.
Teeny tiny boat.
Yes.
It's a boat.
Are you all right this morning?
No, I'm never all right.
Oh, we had to also educate the lovely server, didn't we, from Italy?
Oh, yeah, we had a very in-depth conversation about the appropriate times to drink coffee and also how to make a proper tea.
Yeah, because they keep going to put the water in first and you don't do. It's been a really interesting morning. People are sitting there still.
Seaplane.
Yes, you can see a plane from here. One thing we've not done yet is actually had a proper walk around deck 4. Danielle allergic to the outside again. Yep, there we go. Anyway, so whilst Danielle's just quietly suffering from nature, this is another beautiful set of views. We were followed over by the Anthem of the Seas and the Windstar cruise that was actually at the glacier with us the other day. So yeah, interesting to see how many of these ships all sort of follow each other along the same route, isn't it?
one day, we'll be on that little one over there.
What, the dinghy?
No, the Windstar.
I don't think so, Dan. Well, we do not earn enough money to do that.
I'll save.
You'll save real hard.
Yeah, real hard. Right, innit?
It's crazy. It's almost like you've got sunglasses right there.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go for a walk around deck 4. We have made it off the ship, and that in the distance is a bald eagle, which has just flown right over the cruise ship. Oh, there she is, the beautiful Disney Wonder, and we are just waiting for our car to be ready, and then we are making our way to the glacier first of all, we think. Daniel wanted to come and see this lovely whale statue, so we've come here first. And we're going to head off to a few other bits, but as you can see in the distance, ship is all the way back over there, so it shows you just how far we've travelled, not far at all. So yeah, big old whale. Looks like it should actually have some lights or some water on it, but clearly with it being daylight, it doesn't need it. And this is the Mendenhall Glacier. Very easy drive to get here. Lots of people from the cruise are actually on a tour here anyway, so there is that option as well. No food or flavoured beverages outdoors. Apparently the bears like them. But yeah, very, very nice. You do have to pay $5 each to get in for 16 or over. So we're going to get a bit closer if we can. Definitely very scenic. It's not a bad temperature today actually, but as you can see there's also this huge lake that it falls around and falls out to. And the views are also just as spectacular, but you can walk all the way around to over there as well, which is quite nice. And you can see there are people who are able to climb up onto higher points. And $5 each, this isn't too bad. Now we're going to go up to Nugget Falls, which is just off to the right up here, but again, absolutely stunning. And you can't go past this chain because it's currently a nesting area, so they're very keen to make sure that you stay within the confines of what it is you're doing. But yeah, apparently passes are not required if you're here between October and April. There is a little path just off to the right that comes down from the visitor centre, but you can see right out into the distance the glacier itself. Paths are all very well laid out and everyone's kind of very friendly. There's lots of tours here, so 3 cruises in today that I think we know of us, the Royal Caribbean and the Windstar. There's a Princess coach going around as well, so I'm not sure if there's a Princess cruising as well that we don't know about. But yeah, even with all of those people, it's not awful, it's not busy, enjoyable. Definitely. So this gives you a good idea of where Nugget Falls Trail is and the glacier, beach access, which is not maintained. So we've just come a little bit further down this way. We're now going to take this trail all the way up to Nugget Falls. And interestingly, not saying it's a little bit colder, but there is still some snow on the ground. Glacier's pretty, isn't it?
It's like Christmas. Very Chrysler.
A lot of snow still on the ground. Dan has just taken a very Christmassy picture. But yes, it's nice. I kind of think $5 is actually good value for all this now.
Yeah.
Oh, stream! And I'm not talking about streaming this on genuine stream. Look, very nice. All feeds into that lake that we were showing you earlier. So, not sure how much the excursion of this would have been through Disney, but would have been a lot more bloody expensive than what we paid. Because the car hire that we were paying for, and Andrea's right in front of us, it was assigned to her room, was about $800 to hire a car for 5.5 hours. I was $700, so steep. It did give you a guided tour though, but
So does sat-nav.
yeah, as Dan just said, so does a sat-nav. Having come from the visitor centre in the distance, we have come to Nugget Falls, and that is stunning. There are dogs allowed here. I did see the puppy, yeah. And then, oh yeah. And then just in the distance, you can just see right through the top about here, that is the glacier.
He almost went then, you missed it. He almost went. We'll go what looks like a more sensible way. What you... This is impressive.
When the mist from that hits you in the face, it's quite refreshing, but it's also bloody freezing. And loads of people are going to go, well, Paul, what do you expect? It's melting ice, but... Oh. Hello, wife.
Not as cold as I thought it would be.
No?
If someone's got a drone, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but also, you're not allowed to take drones on and off ships.
They might not have come from a ship.
That's true. Fair play. Yeah, lovely here. We're going to take a walk back round now because our friends are, yeah, they stopped at the earlier indentation.
Yeah, over there.
Yeah, glacier just up there. Hang on. There's the glacier. We are just making our way back to our friends now, but we have bumped into a couple of other friends that we've met on this cruise already who are doing one of the excursions. It's $159 a head, where they do this. They get a bit of time here to be able to walk the trail and then go to the salmon area with salmon bake, where you can eat all you want. And again, that's a Disney arranged excursion. And they were saying, to be honest, timing wise, they found it absolutely fine, but we're very lucky that our friends are quite happy to bring us on the road trip with them, and from that perspective, you know, we're very lucky that we'd not had to book an excursion through Disney for this. So
next time probably will.
Next time, if we did say if we're here on our own and we're not with our friends, then potentially next time we would do rock.
Paper, scissors?
Yeah, we did say that next time we're here, if we were on our own, we probably would look at some of the Disney excursions, do something a little bit different, but we are sort of relying on our learned friends' experiences for...
There is also an excursion where you can walk on the glacier.
Yes.
Which I'd like to do.
Yeah, so...
You get special shoes.
I would imagine this will not be the last time that we do an Alaskan cruise.
Oh no. I'm already planning the next one.
Especially with some of the deals that Dan can get, so yeah, there we go.
Indeedy.
Anyway, back to the car and we will catch you up when we know where we're going next. And we have come into Fred Meyer, which apparently is a very different type of Walmart, but looks very much like a Walmart, to be honest. We've also taken a wander into Costco now. The other shop was very nice. We bought a few bits, but look, cookie! We've had some lunch as well, but yeah, just wandering around now. And then probably going to make our way back to the ship in a minute. Look at that sunny day. Oh, look at the size of those bottles. And just like that, we are finished at Costco here in Juneau. I had to think about that. And yeah, now heading our way back to the port. Busy day, busy day. We are back on the ship. It's been an interesting sort of day. It's now 2:20, so we've spent a good 5 hours off the ship, haven't we?
Ooh, yes.
The glacier was the main reason we wanted to get off, and you also wanted to go to
the whale statue.
Yeah.
That I don't know what that is. What we did at the
tragedy.
start. Tragedy.
But yeah, we the glacier was the main thing we wanted to see. Our friends wanted to go and pick up some supplies because they are staying on the ship after we get off on Monday. So they picked up some waters. They picked up a few snacks.
Flavoured waters.
Yeah, our friend's daughter wanted to go to a record store back in Juneau now. We could have gone back into Juneau as would have been absolutely fine, and I think we've said that when we come back we'll probably spend a bit more time going into Juneau, but we're running low on time to be able to do that now. But I think when we are next back here, given how nice the town centre was and how nice it looked, we'd probably spend a bit more time there after having done a possible excursion. But anyway, you've not had any lunch. I had something at Costco. I just had a hot dog. But the shops were a bit much of a muchness, like in the nicest sense. The shops that we kind of put little clips in, no different to a Target or a Walmart. Costco was small. It was a small Costco with nothing really different to other Costco's we've shown you. And
we didn't get anything at Costco.
No, we didn't. And then we went to this other place called IHG that they go to, and they just wanted to pick up a couple of bits. So again, it was nice to spend some time with them and kind of see other bits and kind of off the beaten path, if you will. But for us, it just it didn't feel much like worth showing you. However, there is a bit of a problem in the harbour, people. We need to talk. Unfortunately, we can't show you it from here.
I've just realised what you said.
But we are going to go up onto the top deck and show you the problem, because you can only see it from the top deck. However, the Windstar looks like it is making its way out of port, or either it is relocating for a tender, because the Holland America line is now where the Windstar was this morning, and the Anthem of the Seas is where it is as well, where it was this morning even. It does look like there is a tender boat going back and forth from the Windstar, so that could be that. But let's go and show you where the problem in the harbour is. Told you. There's the problem in the harbour. I know people do like MSC, so I'm not here to completely slate it. But if you don't know why we have such an issue with MSC, our series previous to this, it's 2 vlogs, and it just sums up everything about why we will never step foot on an MSC ever again. However, the cloud has cleared a little bit, easy for me to say. Lovely views all the way up to the top of where the cable car would be. Let's just give you a bit of an update as to where things are. The cable car itself isn't actually running while we're here, so sadly we can't give you anything on that. A couple of weeks before we got here, Dan was telling me that apparently there was a bit of an accident here with the cable cars, hence why it's not running. But the station for the cable cars is just through about here, if I've got that right. However, if you are getting the shuttle off of the ship into Juneau, this is where you would get it, outside the front of the ship here. The ship shuttles are free for Disney, so there you go. That's an easy way, effectively, the way our friends described it. You've paid for the price of the shuttle in your cruise. It will take you out that way, and it will take you all the way around past. This morning it was the Windstar there, today it is the MSC. This afternoon you've then got the Holland America line, you've then got the Royal Caribbean, and that, as we look in front of it directly, is currently hiding the wonderful little town of Juneau. Juneau does look like a really nice town, and I think had we had a bit more time, and had we not been with our friends doing the things that we were doing with them, we probably would have headed back into Juneau and actually shown you a bit more around. But I would imagine most people when they come here will be planning excursions or the likes, but if you don't have an excursion planned, you do just want to get off, it is really easy to grab one of the shuttles from over there, make your way into the town centre, have a look around. There are the standard usual tat shops that you'll find, t-shirts of Alaska and Juneau and all that sort of stuff. They're all relatively well priced, but again, all I would say is these places rely on tourism, so if you are able to do anything locally, if you are able to source an excursion or something that helps the locale, it's worth it. I mean, we went out to the glacier, as you know. We've paid our $5 each to go and see that, which is part of the tourism board. So yeah, but what we didn't see this morning when we came in was the view that I'm now going to show you behind. And if you can excuse all of the wonderful containers in front of the camera, you can see all the way out to the passage out from Juneau. And as our friends were telling us, Juneau is basically an island, so therefore any of the costs that are associated with expensive groceries and goods here are all because everything has to be flown in or shipped in. And as they were saying to us, if you actually do miss the boat here in Juneau, it's a bit more of a challenge. The main reason it's a bit more of a challenge is because there is no direct road from Juneau to the next port. So you would either need to get a ferry, get a flight, whatever, to the next port. Now, if you are on an excursion with Disney, and as has happened in the past, you miss that excursion return time and the ship has to set sail because of tides or weather or whatever, then Disney will do all their best to actually move you to another port. And that is where I think it's really good that Disney do take care of you like that. On the flip side of, if you miss it yourself, and you take the example of us today where we had missed it because we were on our own self-excursion, well, guess what? It's our luck. We then have to make sure that we find our way to the next port to rejoin the ship before heading back to Vancouver. But Daniel and our friend are now going to grab some lunch because they didn't have anything at Costco. We spent about $7, got 2 cookies, a hot dog and 2 drinks. So from that side of things, I don't really feel I need anything else for the moment. I'm actually quite full, so I'm going to go and see what they've got, and then yeah, probably, I know our friend Jess earlier said she wanted to do some trivia. We may go and do that, or me, frankly, I could just fall asleep quite easily after today. And one thing that has been really surprising is just how warm everything is. So this is the concierge area that we were talking about a few days ago. In the sun, when you're outside of the wind, it's very, very warm, but this is the adults only area. Signals the other day before we set sail, the sign just here, that had a couple of the letters missing. They've now fully replaced it, and this is the adult only area, which is very, very nice. and somewhat quiet. Now if we go back across, you can tell people have started to get back on the ship already quite early, because the next area along, which is a bit more of the family area, that has got a bit more sort of busyness to it. There's a lot more people there. But we are probably going to be setting sail in about 2 hours time, so I would expect very soon a lot of these excursions that have been out and about today to start coming back in. But as you can see, if I just show you over the top without giving away too many people, it's a lot busier here, and also this is where most of the food courts are as well. We've just done a trivia with our friends, and look at this!
Winner, chicken dinner.
And Jess was, so basically, to give you some context, oh hello, here's more winners. Yeah, there we go. So the context is that Dan, Amy and Sam answered all the questions whilst 4 of us sat there and abused them. But we're now apparently told that there are some whales out here.
No, there were this morning. Not anymore.
There were this morning. Okay. Well, we don't know if there might still be, so we're back on deck 4 having a look before we do another quiz. And hopefully might win that one too.
Hello. Just want to say thanks to Pikey.
I didn't do anything.
The best pikey ever.
After going for a second trivia and not quite winning that one, we are now heading away from Juneau. So we are actually just about to pull away from port. We are very gradually increasing the gap between ourselves and the pier, and then we're going to head back out that way. You can definitely see the water moving a little bit more over there.
Very different.
It's been an interesting day. Tonight is Frozen at the theatre. We've chosen not to see that because we've seen it before. We do highly recommend, if you've not seen it before, we do highly recommend you see it. It is really, really good.
Chosen not to see Frozen?
Yeah, we decided just to let it go.
We're back on this in December.
Please take. I'm going to go.
Why?
Just take.
I don't know what's happening. Oh, he's looking at pastries. You don't like any of that?
They don't have pastries.
No, that's only one thing. Although they do have the these, which are from Palo. Are you disappointed?
Consistently.
This is Cove Cafe, by the way. It's a bit more Nemo themed in here.
Phenomenally disappointing. All I wanted was a little like chocolate orange muffin thing.
I got squidged. No.
We're getting drinks, then we're going back down to hopefully whale watch. And I'm not talking about Daniel pushing me into the water and going, look, there's a whale.
We could both be whales at this point.
I
can't even do my job yet.
Could be a seal. I'm also really conscious that we've done these ships a lot, so we know what we do and don't like. But if this is the first time you are looking at a video for the Wonder, for Alaska or whatever, you may want to know what some of the food is, especially with some of the menus for some of the nights not being great in our view, and you may not find something. So I'm just going to show you a couple of the other areas on top deck where you can grab food. Oh, there is something in the water. It looks like there's a seal. It's either a seal or an otter just down there. Anyway, whilst Dan's doing that, I'm just going to show you some of the areas, because if you don't like the menus, there is the option of room service, but there is also a lot on top deck on the Wonder and the Magic as well. At the aft by Cabanas, which is where you get your buffet for breakfast and lunch, there is this drink station here, which is one of the main areas. But then, as you come back past this kids splash pad and water area, just behind that area is Boiler Bites, where you can get the likes of chicken shawarma, beef and lamb, or alternatively you can get hot dogs, bratwurst sausages, veggie burgers, fish burgers, fries. They do turkey burgers. There's also vegan options as well, and then further around here are the condiments that you can put in the burger. Our friend earlier did have a gluten-free turkey burger. It looked really, really good. However, switching to the starboard side, and you can still access this both as well from starboard and port side. If you come to starboard side, there is ice cream, and they do try to change the flavours up every few days, if not every day on some of the cruises. You then come round towards where the main funnel vision is, and you've got Pinocchio's Pizzeria. So where these two hot tubs are, right to the left here, there is a bar, but also there is a pizzeria here as well. And this is a prime example. Today's pizza of the day is ham and the thing that should never go on pizza. But you've got slices of cheese pizza, even pepperoni, margarita, and the chef special. The other thing that's been Alaska cruise, which is really important, is the hot chocolate is back on the section of deck 9 where that drink station is open 24 hours. If you are adult perspective, you can go to Cove Cafe and get a few bits as well during the opening hours. But during the Alaska season, you can get the blankets, which are very warm, aren't they, my dear?
They are cosy.
Yes, so you can get those, and also that's where you can pick up towels as well and other bits like that to keep yourself warm. And if you're doing what we're doing and you're going down and watching for seals or whales or whatever, the blankets are a really good idea, because when the sun goes down and behind the mountain or behind clouds, you really know about it. Like, I'm glad I've got 3 layers on. Our friend Andrea's got 2, and she's like, can you please fetch us a blanket? So yeah, we're going to grab a couple of blankets, take it down to deck 4 so we can continue to watch as the ship sails away. And then just occasionally as you walk around the ship, there will be golden little nuggets like this. So there's a monkey hanging around, there's what looks like is that a swan? Seahorse. And there's also what looks like a sleeping puppy or whatever may be there. This is in the adults only area. There is a bar just behind that gentleman that's walking through. That is Signals Bar, and then the area up there is the concierge area that we mentioned. This little glass area here, this is Cove Cafe, so you can go and sit in there and just have a bit of a relax. But these are the whirlpool areas. Do you know off the top of your head how long the outside food courts stay open till?
I think the pizza is till 10.
It's not late, is it? But it's a good alternative if you don't like the menus downstairs.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah. And we have begun to sail slightly further out now. We are gathering a bit of speed, and you can see the stunning views of the mountains in the distance. Like, how amazing is that? Problem is, if you're here later in the season, you won't see all of this snowfall, because it will begin to melt as you get into June and as everything starts to warm up. And if anything, you're only likely to see the return of this as you get beyond the end of September, which is when a lot of the season would have ended anyway. We are well and truly on our way to Ketchikan. We have actually tried to spot some whales.
I think it was either 200 and something miles, 200 and something kilometres. Either way, it's 200 and something directions that we need to go
Directions.
to get to Ketchikan. I don't know. Which is why we don't arrive until 10 tomorrow.
We think we spotted an orca.
Yeah, it was definitely a whale of some sort.
Yeah, it was spouting, we think. Yeah, we are heading for dinner at Triton's. We have another bespoke meal for us this evening. It's orange chicken. Simply on the basis that
it was good.
The menu for tonight on Triton's is not the best, which is another reason why I showed the options on the top deck earlier on for people if they wanted to do something else. And also, do not forget there is room service as well,
yes,
which is free. We just got to do is pay a tip for room service.
And you can tip what you want.
Yeah, you can do. So yeah, that's kind of it for us on this one. We are now going to go to dinner, and then it's John Armstrong for The Magician.
We'll show you a few clips of it.
John is our friend. If you watched our Destiny series, we watched John on the Destiny. Our friends know John, so we will possibly be having a bit of a chat with him afterwards and talking about his show. But yeah, we are off for dinner. We will be putting in.
That was my thumb.
We'll be putting in pictures of the normal menu, what we then get, what we think of the food, blah blah blah, and all that great stuff. Are you ducking your responsibilities?
Duck magnets. I'm just going to do those.
Okay, I was about to. But...
Here you go. Duckies. Duckies.
More high quality content from Travels with Dani and Paul. We will see you after dinner, or during dinner, or whatever. Whatever comes next. I don't know.
We'll see you.
It's called editing.
We'll see you when we see you. Ooh, let there be light. We are back from dinner, a game show, and the show.
Seriously?
As
the name of the game show.
It was, yeah. Dinner was really good. We had the off-menu, technically allergy meal of orange chicken, which was good. Did you enjoy yours?
Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah.
You might, if you've not seen the vlog about 3 or 4 vlogs back, we had so our friends have been on the ship for 2 weeks, and they are allowed to, or they are, because of gluten and dairy intolerance, they changed the menu up a little bit for them. So they've asked for orange chicken and chow mein, but because the servings are so large, they haven't had it up to now. But because there are now more of us, they're happy to cook it because there are more of us, so we can all share it. And it's very, very nice indeed.
Yeah, but we also came back to the cutest little tower animal. Look at him. This is Ferguson the frog.
Wow.
I don't know. Overall, excuse me as I navigate the bed, it's been a good day.
It has, yeah. Obviously, as we said earlier, there's a lot of sort of differences between what we've done today and what other people are able to do. And again, people we spoke to who did the other excursions, they said how great it was, that they really enjoyed it. So whether you choose to do something through Disney, through their excursions, which obviously gives you a certain safety net, or you book an excursion through someone like Danielle for another cruise, that is you know, your choice. But there is clearly a lot to do in Juneau and Skagway, and you know, we'll find out a bit more on Ketchikan tomorrow and have a wander around there. Yeah, should be good.
Yeah. You have to take the camera.
Yeah, I thought I was going to come next. What I would say is, yeah, dinner tonight. There seems to be an issue on the Disney cruise ships with the lava cakes. I had a Sunday, so I don't have this issue. But the kind of
is it Saturday? It's Friday. Saturday. What day is it today?
It's Friday.
So why did you have a Sunday?
Anyway, so the lava cakes that we've had recently, we've always had an issue with them. The Adventure was the only cruise ship where the lava cake has come out hot.
Perfectly cooked.
And even on other cruise lines, they still don't get it right. I don't know why. I don't know why it's such a challenge for these chefs to get it right. I know it's mass cooking. I'm probably being really unfair, but
mine was stone cold. That was the problem. It's not the cooking. I can deal with it if it's like how it was. It wasn't particularly malted in the middle, the first one, but it was stone cold, and it should be a warm dessert.
Yeah, they were quick to rectify. I will give them that. So yeah, in terms of, I don't think this has been the best cruise we've had for food. I will say that.
No.
We found out today apparently there is somebody famous from social media on board. Apparently, a Brazilian lady with nearly 6 million followers is on the cruise ship. No idea who she is.
No idea.
And that's how it should be. You should have no idea that somebody from social media, or somebody who is famous, social media famous, I say that nicely, and it's not condescending, you should have no idea they're on the ship. The same as us. When we film out of the way of people, we're not in anyone's way. Somebody earlier on, I was at the front of the ship, taking the mickey out of the MSC, and
were you?
Yeah. But there were two people going to walk past us, and they were like, "Oh, we're really sorry." I was like, "No, I'll put the camera down, and you probably don't want to be in our video," which is fine. And
we're the ones that are being inconvenient, so we will move. Although I wasn't there. So.
I just want to reiterate once again, we are very, very lucky. Not just that we've got our friends that we're cruising with, but we have made some amazing friends on this cruise. We all sat down together tonight to watch the John Armstrong magic show. I can't tell you how good these shows are, whether it's the magic shows, whether it's Jessica Jane, whether it's John Armstrong, whether it's the Broadway stars that we saw this cruise, whether it's Meredith that we saw back on the Magic, whether it's the Flyboys that we've seen on the other cruises. The performers they get on these ships are stunning levels of professionalism and capability. You are missing out if you do not see them.
Yeah, and I would say that a lot of the sort of what they, I guess, call variety acts, a lot of them do an adult only show, which is what we've just been to. Yeah. So, and that adult only show is usually different from the main show. So different. Make sure you see both.
But we're going to go see his main show tomorrow again.
Yeah, he's great.
We've seen him before. What was great for us was seeing our friends' reactions where they were like,
yeah,
and that was just Jess's face. Anyways. On that note, we are off, so thank you so much for watching. If you've got any questions about any of the stuff we've done today, or any of the stuff from this series, or anything at all, ask her.
Yeah, don't ask him, he's got no idea.
I just edit the videos. Yeah, so questions, comments below, whatever makes it work for you, and we'll go from there. But for now, we will see you tomorrow in... Ketchikan.
Good morning, welcome back to Travels with Dani and Paul in Ketchikan.
And today we are lumberjacking. I'm a lumberjack and I'm alright. No, we are also going to go and explore the town of Ketchikan, but we have sailed in this morning, so we're going to take you back to the part where we sailed in. We've had a look a little bit. Apparently there were some dolphins behind the ship earlier as we came in.
And the Northern Lights were out last night.
Apparently so.
But you could only see them through a phone.
Yeah, it seems to be a regular recurring theme for us, but there we go. Right, let's take you back to the start of the day. And there we are. Bluey and Bingo. What's this?
There were dolphins out this morning.
Oh, do they have a porpoise?
Don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh.
And we are coming into Ketchikan. Absolutely beautiful views. Very, very bright this morning. But also, stunning scenery again for our final port today. We're coming in past the Queen Elizabeth Cunard, which I think is one of the ships we're going to try and get on in the near future. But yeah, they're already docked in Ketchikan, and we are also coming up to what I'm assuming is a princess. So yeah, we are all aboard at 10 AM. Well, not all aboard, we're all ashore at 10 AM. And then back at 5:45. Yes, the Ruby Princess here. Very windy day today. We're saying it's probably a double layer day because of the strength of the wind. But yeah, nice to see what other ships are in port here. We haven't heard Mickey whistles and we haven't seen sort of anything. But move your head, Mr. Savage. There. So there's been no movies. Apparently, I have been educated by our friends.
Educated?
That this is due to noise pollution allowance.
Which makes sense.
It does make sense, because obviously with a lot of the wildlife, if you're sounding off a massive bloody Mickey whistle, it's going to disturb the nautical wildlife. Apparently, they just don't care about it in the Caribbean.
And potential avalanche risk.
Yeah, there is that as well. So we are just pulling into Ketchikan, so we're going to go and sort ourselves out. We've kind of had breakfast already. That was as breakfast is. It's a buffet. It's no different to any of the other vlogs we've shown you. And
I literally eat the same thing.
Yeah, I've still had my breakfast muffin. That's it. But we're going to go and get ourselves sorted. We're going to go and put on another layer because the breeze is a little bit brisk today. I will see you downstairs. We've come into a very busy Cove Cafe briefly though to pick up some treats, but our friend Jane has got herself one of the coffees from Cove Cafe, and look at that! How cool is that?
Brilliant.
You've had one of these before, haven't you?
Yes. Great other times. They are good. You've had it on hot chocolate too.
That is true, yes, they do it on the hot chocolate, but yeah, there's the Brit rabble around the bar.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we seem to find honestly, you spend all this time on a cruise with 2,400 people and you bump into the same 20 people every single day.
You do. It's very true.
We are exiting off of deck 3 today, so just to give you an idea, this is actually the side which you come onto the ship with when you get on embarkation and debarkation at the port. So right by Port Adventures with guest services round at the other side. However, we are getting off of the port side today, and that is the security checkpoint down on deck 3. They did say, interestingly this morning, that a lot of this can be changed based on tides. So the assistant cruise director was saying that they were preparing a contingency for deck 1 aft, which I think shows just how much there can be a variation of the tides in Alaska. So what we're experiencing today, if you're coming on this in, say, a few weeks, few months' time, or if you're coming on this another time, it might be a completely different gangway that you get off of, which we have seen when we've been on other cruises to other parts of the world as well.
But it also might be the same, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
It's all determined by nature.
And the tides.
Something squeaking.
Yeah, anyway, right, we're going to get off the ship. We'll see you in a bit. And welcome to Ketchikan. It's beautiful out. Isn't it? It's stunning. Yes, my dear, you are stunning too. We're going to go from... Oh, yeah. We're going to go from Mooch. And then we're meeting we're going to go and do the Lumberjack show after we've...
The what?
The Lumberjack show. I did get that right. That's fine.
Show.
Thanks, Jess. And then we're going to have a wander around. We'll show you a bit of Ketchikan. Then we're going to go and do some lumberjacking. And then we're going to meet our friends for lunch and come back on shore. what does really help is that Disney have a great berth, so they are literally at berth 1. As you can see, we are berth 1, and we've been told this is always where Disney park. So you can literally just get straight off here, and this is a really good map to show you just about where everything is. And we're going to take a walk around a lot of this anyway. So there's Discovery Centre, Fire Station, there's also Whale Park, Federal Buildings if you're into that thing, Police Station, City Hall, and it would appear straight down here is quite a lot of totems. So we're going to go and see those, as well as the ones by Ketchikan Creek, which is where some of the whales have been sighted. We've taken a little bit of a trundle along where the Princess ship is, and nice little trolley car there. We can see a cable car in the distance. We're going to take a walk more back along that way though. Yeah, lots of little shops for people to buy stuff, and loads of tat shops, which is always good. We love a tat shop here. Again, just having a bit of a mooch before we head to the Lumberjack show and come across this lovely set of statues just by the Seabourn Encore. But again, can't stress highly enough, there is some really well placed guides for where you are. So at the moment this map is the other way around to the one we've just seen, unless you couldn't see that. So we are here, and we're just going to walk along to here, and then going to take a little bit of a walk back to some of the other totems before the show. We have reached our first totem in between berth 3 and 4, which is where the Queen Elizabeth and the Princess cruise is. So gives you an idea, we have walked quite literally straight along the port from the Disney cruise ship all the way along to the left. No real turn-offs, and we've arrived at the Eagle totem. Pretty, isn't it?
It's very pretty. I love a totem pole.
So say everyone we know so far that we've seen is loving a totem pole.
I love a totem pole.
Even Jess. Jess is loving a totem pole.
Well, they're handmade, aren't they?
Yeah. But there's loads up the back of Ketchikan as well, so we're actually going to head that away after this to go see some more. We've taken a walk through what is known as the downtown district and seen quite a lot so far. There's salmon shops galore, reindeer sausages if that's your sort of thing, and hidden in amongst all of this beautiful cherry blossom and behind the view of the Disney Wonder, you might be able to hear some cheering in the background. That is where the show is for the Lumberjack show that we're heading, so we believe it's straight down there. But in amongst all of this beautiful foliage and scenery, another totem. They are certainly quite a keen attraction here. Slightly further up the downtown area, we are surrounded by this massive totem, and then just behind these trees there is another one as you head towards Newtown. And then behind us, if you wanted to head that way past the ports a little bit, there is another one slightly further down there, we think. If not, that is also a place that we are recommended to walk down and explore to potentially see some whales later. Just for reference, so people can find their bearings, here is Creek Street. There is a totem pole in this car park, and then we're going to head through Creek Street by the looks of it and take a bit of a walk across the footbridge.
Oh no, look, that's a magic band, isn't it?
It is somebody's magic band, yeah. Not sure if this is going to show up at all on the camera, but we can actually see jellyfish in the river as well as fish. Very, very interesting set of wildlife here. You were actually saying, Dan, weren't you, this is what you class as like quintessential Alaska.
Yeah, when I see like Alaska ports, this is what I see in my head.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
But it is stunning. It is, yeah.
Very picturesque.
And this river is where normally later in the season people saying they would expect to see salmon swimming upstream. If you want to see something entertaining regarding salmon swimming upstream, seek Jason Statham Kit Kat advert. This is probably a far better sign of all of the jellyfish that are coming in from sea. If you can't see them, I will try and circle in on some. That's a far better indication of all the jellyfish coming in. That's an 8-time zoom so that people can actually get a bit closer without having to be in the water next to them. We're by Dolly's house. Because we're a family-friendly channel, or we try to be, we can't actually tell you about Dolly's house. I'm just going to say, the statement on the wall says, if you can't find your husband, he's in here. And Dolly's house is apparently quite famous here in Alaska. I'm just going to leave it there. Just going to leave it there. Well, ladies, remembering that this is a family-friendly channel, what do we think of Dolly's house?
Great. I enjoy the sign. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not showing the sign for various reasons, but
the sign's hilarious. You can do tours for $10.
Yeah, and I'd imagine that was probably the same back in the 50s.
No, 1919.
Oh, 1919, my bad. I wonder if $10 got you much of a tour in 1919.
Oh, I bet it did.
I think it got you much more than a tour. We are now taking a walk over towards the Lumberjack show. We've had a wonderful walk around the town. Loads of stuff, full of history here as well, so definitely a very good port to get off at. But we're off to go and do some lumberjacking, and then we're going to get back on the ship for some lunch and then come back out and have a look around the tack shops. Before we head into the Lumberjack show though, there is this sort of warehouse just next to the port and next to the Lumberjack shop where there are loads of bits of tat if you want to have a look. Crew neck sweaters, there's sort of Ketchikan jumpers, there's a shirt that says "Talk to Me Moose," Grumpy Old Bear, loads of stuff. So yeah, we're going to have a wander around here, then go to the show, and that's the next bit you'll see from us. I know I said that we were going to show you the next bit from the show, but hi Dan.
It's good, isn't it?
So when you come in with your pre-purchased Disney tickets, you need to go and see the lady who was at the front back at the start, and she will tell you, and she just told us, to come in through onto the left. So that kind of helps, hopefully, with timings. There's no physical tickets as such. We just showed her the message that we got from guest services, and that seemed to be okay. So, yeah. We have arrived at the Lumberjack show. We have seen a sign off to the left here, which says that there is no video filming allowed, but we have been told we can take as many pictures as we want. So we're going to be doing that and then talking over those after the show. We've just finished the Lumberjack show. Really, really good. Really, really good. We'll talk a little bit more about it when we're heading back to the ship. But that was, oh, Charles just swallowed up. That was really, really good. Well worth the time. And the money, that was very good.
It was very good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. At first, I was a bit like, no, we're too British for this. But then when it got going, it was really good.
Are we too British for this?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Before we make our way back to the ship though, we are going to head back into the market next to Fat Stands, and we're going to grab ourselves potentially a t-shirt and a totem. But it does look like the Alaska Fish House, the Fish House even, in Ketchikan is very, very busy. Very popular by the looks of it. Either that or people just know where a good deal is. So yeah, and it does just show you on Salmon Landing Market all of the different sorts of businesses that are here as well. But we are heading in to go to the shop that we had a look in before the show. And one thing I would say, make sure when you do that, take layers. Because if you're at the back like we were and there's a breeze, it is bloody cold. Really fresh.
You've disappeared. One of the things that I was made aware of by our friends was that the Lumberjack show can be quite loud. I actually didn't think it was bad. I think because I'd seen videos, I kind of knew what to expect. So at no point was I sitting there being like, oh my god, I don't like it. And we also purposely sat at the back, which definitely made it a bit easier. I felt like I had space to breathe. So yeah, we're now going to get back on the ship, go get some lunch, and then come back out. Yeah.
We are back on the Disney Wonder, however, due to the tide coming in and the tide rising, Deck 3 is currently not being used as the main entry and exit. Instead, we've come in via Deck 1 gangway.
I mean, you can already see how much higher up we are. Like, that's quite the distance.
Yeah. Ah, Hercules is aboard, is he?
Oh no, that's diff. Let's go the distance.
Not increased. Anyway, so we are now going to go for lunch at Tiana's with our friends. So we're kind of going to leave you for this one. We'll put a couple of pictures in, but
I'm going to have something different today.
I'm going to have a burger.
So am I.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that beforehand.
Stupid gift card that we don't need.
Oh yeah, the $100 as good as cash gift cards for Diamonds International, where everything is at least $1,000.
Can we have the cat?
Yeah, thanks for the gift card. Cash is better.
I like how she's folded this up. Is it inside each other? Lunchtime.
We're doing behind the scenes. What you doing? Beads. Tut tut.
No, I said to the lady, I went, oh, you're putting out beads, and she went, yes. She said, are you here tonight? I said, no, tomorrow. She was like, would you like some beads? I said, beads? Lunch was really good, wasn't it? Burger was good.
Burger was very nice, yeah. Very much enjoyed it. We're now going to head back out with our friends, and...
Are we going out?
No, just out.
Oh, okay. I won't dress up then.
No. I think we're going to the Christmas store. Don't get lost.
It's bloody May.
Don't get lost. Again.
Right. I just want to say, you didn't tell us you were using the Christmas straw as a cut through.
We did. Anyway, we'll see you in there. Bye.
We are back off of the boat. There is driftwood. Pretty sure that there was a band that sung about driftwood.
Right there.
Yeah, see? Jellyfish right down there. They're huge. Yeah, we're just going for a wander back around Ketchikan. So we've come to an area slightly upstream from where we were this morning, and it is expected, as we said earlier, now having read some signs, that a lot of salmon come up here. And you can see why. So this river, as we've gone slightly further down along here, yes, there is a huge salmon just here. But also, this is where some of those jellyfish were earlier on, and also the fish that we've seen in the harbour are along here too. Give you an idea of how long this has been going. The oldest salmon fossil found is about 50 million years old, and king salmon weighing more than 100 pounds have been caught in modern times. That is crazy. This is a bit of a walkway as well that kind of keeps going up a little bit further, and there's a lot of people taking pictures of what I guess is a very nice tree. I don't know, we're not walking all the way further up, but yeah, there you go. You can see the people taking the pictures of said tree. It's very, very nice here. I will say we've got layers on, because when we got off ship this morning it was pretty cold with the breeze, but the minute you stepped out of the breeze like we are now, it's really, really, really warm. So bring yourself layers, light layers I'd say, for this time of year, although just pay attention to the weather forecast before you leave any time you go anywhere. And the reason I suggest that is that even when we were about yesterday in Juneau, when you were in the wind, it was bitter, really, really bitter. The minute you were out of it, it was really, really warm, and the sun was almost like burning your skin. That's I think the biggest indication of how much the temperature and climate varies up here in Alaska. We are gutted that this is our last port, and we are even more gutted that tomorrow's day at sea and then we get off the day after, because we would love to do this again, and maybe at the other end of the season do it September to see the differences in the two locations and times. We've had a beaver. Damn. It's coming over, it's coming over, it's coming this way. The beaver's coming under here. Oh my god. We have finished seeing our wildlife. We've seen a beaver and was it a sea lion we saw? A seal. Did it meet the seal of approval?
It did.
Anyway, we are finished now here at Ketchikan. It's been absolutely amazing. However, we are not getting back on deck one because, as you can see, the entrance for deck one is below the line of the pier even. So therefore we're having to go back up on deck 3. This is what happens with regards to the tides here in Alaska. They do change, and funny enough we noticed this as we were watching the beaver. So we were noticing that the tide was changing and that the way that the water was coming in and out was creating a really wonderful ripple effect. But yeah, in the grand scheme of things, we've had a brilliant, brilliant day here in Ketchikan. It's been really, really good. We're back on the ship. I just can't believe we've seen wildlife. People are going to go, no, really, you're in Alaska, you're going to see wildlife. But we saw an actual beaver building with some sticks and some logs. And you said you saw a sea lion,
There was a harbour seal.
A harbour seal.
I have it, and it floats into the clip of me with the beaver.
Okay.
With the beaver. So if it's decent enough, you might have already seen it.
Well happy. We're on such a high. We're actually going to go up to the top deck and see if we can now see whales.
I'm sweating.
It's warm now.
I have to change for a lightweight hoodie.
It's so warm out there, guys. It really is.
It's not t-shirt weather.
No. But this jumper, this jumper's thick. I'm taking this off.
Have I died? No.
No, you haven't. Anyway, we're going to go up top. We'll see you in a bit. Now we are up on the top deck. We have come to have a look and see if there is any wildlife up here. But the Princess cruise is sailing away. It was here before us this morning. Not really a surprise that's gone. It also looks like the Cunard cruise has gone as well. That's in the distance beyond the Princess. So it does look like at the moment it's just us, because it looks like the other one that was here this morning has gone as well. It is 4:30. We are still an hour and a quarter away from all aboard. there has not been one bad port on this whole cruise so far. It's a day at sea tomorrow before we get back to Vancouver. Genuinely really enjoyed Alaska and loved all the ports, and I'm sure that when Dan finds out we're going to be doing a hit or miss on the Alaska series, she'll be absolutely thrilled, because I know that she has loved this as well. And before we've even left, there is another bald eagle in the distance, similar to the ones we saw yesterday in Juneau. Now making its way over to that television mast or telephone mast. Seen loads and loads of wildlife, haven't we?
But I was just thinking to myself, all we need for today now is a whale. The eagle sat on the telephone mast.
I've just said that was where it was on its way to.
Yeah. That's 2 eagles in 2 days.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
we saw more than one yesterday.
Yeah, it's interesting with how warm it's been here today, how busy the adults only area is behind you. One of the benefits of making friends from the UK is that we all share similar or like-minded opinions. We have done the Lumberjack show, but different shows. We did the non-Disney exclusive,
And I did the Disney exclusive.
and it wasn't just you, it was the other people we've met on this cruise as well. Now, we like to be honest and impartial. We thought our show was amazing. We thought it was really good. It hit all the right notes. There were chainsaws, there were axes, there were good jokes, there was family interaction, and you may notice that Jess is shaking her head. Yours wasn't great from what you and other people have said.
No.
And yours cost more.
So ours was more expensive because it was a Disney Cruise Line exclusive show, and it was just poor. We paid extra to see Goofy do an exercise class with the kids at the beginning to warm up, and sadly it was just very kid focused. We just feel like we've paid our money to watch a bunch of kids at a lumberjack show. We watched them chop maybe 3 or 4 pieces of wood. It was bad.
So there was a big difference in terms of we've already spoken to the other people we know on this, and they've already gone to guest services, and they can't go to Port Adventures yet to complain because that's not open until you leave port. But I know that you guys are going to go and have a word. They're already going to guest services to talk about this, and it just shows that sometimes it depends on what you're after as a family. I think the way Dan and I have summarised this in the pictures we've shown you, you've sort of said if you've got the kids and you're after a bit of a kid-friendly experience, it's probably fair, isn't it?
Yeah, because the kids had so much involvement, but we feel like we've paid money to watch other people's children at a lumberjack show.
But what was interesting for us, we still had a good mix of kid interaction. They did, as you might have seen, or I don't think we mentioned, they actually went to make a bunny, and Dan's got the picture of that, I'll put it in here. But what they did was when they cut the ears and the head off and the tail, they actually made a small chair for the family sitting next to us. God knows how they're going to get it through customs, but there was a lot of kid interaction where they wanted to give the cards away, the postcards which you've told us are 26 years old.
Yeah, I did get one of those.
They give them to the rowdiest people, so you're probably noticing a theme with Jess. But it's good for us to be able to say to you that there are differences. Please do your research. If you want a less kind of kid-friendly one, probably the non-Disney exclusive one is better. But if you are really looking for that massively kid-friendly, family-friendly, less action-packed, because we were actually watching, we can see the lumberjack area from here, and we were waiting to watch them climb up the poles, and I don't think they did that, did they?
They did it, well, this is how bad it was, we walked out.
And you weren't the only ones that walked out?
We weren't the only ones that walked out. It started off with a full stadium, and it was probably 45% full by the time we left. But they did climb up a pole, all of 2 seconds of it.
Yeah, see, ours was a lot longer than that. No. Interestingly, we weren't allowed to film.
No, we were not allowed to film.
And I think that's a big tell, because in years gone by, we've seen other YouTubers, I'm not going to call them out because they may well have been allowed to at the time, we were not allowed to film. So I think that's interesting now if they've changed it to the point where you can't film, so you can't see the differences. Anyway.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
So there we go, there's the difference for you guys. You now have a little bit more information to make a decision.
Yeah, don't do the Disney one.
And as we've now set sail, it's time for the Disney Colour Spin dance party. Got some friends over here we're going to join.
Come on, Disney Wonder! Move with color.
we have finished dinner, we've finished trivia. There's a Stitch. It's honestly one of the things we love about walking around a ship is whether it's night, day, deck full. Spider-Man has just gone inside.
A trip.
Spidey has just gone inside. I don't know why Spidey's just gone inside. I didn't think Spidey was on this cruise ship. Just in there, through the entrance door. Anyway, yeah, we're taking a walk around deck 4. We finished dinner. We'll talk about that in a minute. We get back to the room. We have done some trivia. We didn't do too bad. 15 out of 20 on Pixar. I mean, I just sat there and watched everyone else answer.
You did.
And yeah,
We're having an early night.
we are absolutely shattered. We'll talk more about all of this when we get back to the room. But we want to fill you in on a few things that happened at dinner, and just kind of give you a bit of a heads up as to some of the things we're seeing that we want you to be aware of. Because again, if you're paying out the money for these cruises that aren't cheap, it's important to us that you know what to potentially experience. So yeah, we're going to grab our drinks, head back to the room and have a brief chat to end the vlog. Oh god, the ship is moving. I'm probably rocking all over the shop here. We haven't had a drink, by the way.
You won't be able to see that we're rocking though. Oh my god.
It is really moving, isn't it?
I'm going to sleep so well tonight.
See you back in the room. We are now back in the room from dinner, from our walk, from drinks, which we have just there, and we have come back to a Hefferland.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Sheep. When
Right.
they do the elephants, their ears go like this.
Right, can you please put in the comments, for you, is that sheep or is it an elephant?
So the ram.
Because, well, it can't be a sheep, a ram, and an elephant.
A sheep and a ram are the same thing.
No, they're not. Okay, so, as you know with us by now, we tell you when things are good, when things are great, we'll tell you when things are not so great, and when things are bad. Let's start with the good today at Ketchikan.
Had a great time.
A great time.
Really
Great time. I love this port, and I think when we do our Disney Wander in Alaska hit or miss when we get back.
We didn't hit or miss.
Oh yeah, I hadn't told you, had I?
No.
We are going to really go to town on how great this cruise has been overall. However, there are some bits where we do think we need to kind of let you know to manage your expectations. Not everything is great. Now, you heard from Jess earlier around how bad her experience was at the Lumberjack show. Our other friends, Alana, Nigel, Tracy and Katie, they have also not had a great time at that Lumberjack show. They have complained, and whilst I do think the response to a lot of the Port Adventure complaints have been pretty poorly handled this cruise, they did get a discount back. The descriptions were abysmal, weren't they, compared to
Yeah, completely different.
what we saw. And what's really frightening is the descriptions for both the Disney exclusive and the standard Lumberjack show are near enough identical.
By one sentence.
And what was really bad, I'm going to just rearrange. What was really bad was the head of Port Adventures actively tried to tell the people we were talking to that the show is advertised as such. And it wasn't until Danielle very kindly provided the details that they are not advertised as differently that they suddenly seemed to climb down a little bit. And I think it's just, we had this issue earlier in the cruise, but that's another conversation for a different day.
Evidence, by the way. This is what the elephant looks like.
That was an aardvark. Do you not remember?
No, the aardvark was different.
Right, anyway, so food-wise, whilst Danielle continues to plough through her images, food tonight, we have said that actually across the cruises now, we have noticed an increasing change in the food quality.
Yeah.
We will say that the fancy stuff we had in 2025 was amazing. Yeah, the food we had on the Magic was great back in September. Now,
really good.
The flip side of this is that we know multiple people, including our friends who we are with, and Sue and Sean from CRL Soon Pal, who were recently on the Magic and have said the food has really deteriorated. That is not just that ship where it has deteriorated. We have had not the worst food we've ever eaten on this cruise, but it's not the best.
No, there's been a lot of problems, a lot of inconsistencies. Tonight's dessert, I think, was not the nail in the coffin, because for the most part, like, we've got Palo Brunch tomorrow, so we'll be fine. But I had the exact same dessert that I had on the Fantasy last year.
Right, I'm actually going to put in a comparison picture here, because you've got the picture from the Fantasy in 25, I've got the picture from tonight. Now, what I will say is the food we had tonight was brilliant. We'll just talk through very quickly on that. Both had the satay chicken, which
I don't know why I did that.
it wasn't the worst.
It wasn't great.
But it was.
I left a lot of mine. It was.
We
not
had it.
edible
We had
chicken.
it on the adventure. It was the best one we've had.
Yeah.
Difficult to replicate that. You then had a custom dish, which was your lunch from day one at Tiana's.
Yes, I had. It was a sliced roast chicken breast with pasta and tomato sauce. 10 out of 10.
I had chicken schnitzel. If you've been on Wish Class ships, if you've had second night menu on any of the ships at Animator's Palette, you'll know what chicken schnitzel is. Don't need to repeat or really over exaggerate that one. Now, I'm glad I ordered 2 desserts because I had the Rocky Road sundae and also we both had the celebration cake. This is where the issue comes in. So the pictures I've already put in are of the celebration cake from June 2025 on the Fantasy, and then tonight's celebration cake.
Bad.
The minute that tonight's cake came out, I immediately turned to Dan and went, "That's been frozen." Without even tasting it, without even touching
you
it.
could see it.
You could see on the surface, and the way I describe it is if you've had a cake with icing on it and you put saran wrap, as our American friends will call it, or you put cling film over it and you leave it for a few hours, you will see where the indentations of that covering are. And immediately we both took one bite of the celebration cake.
Oh, it's grainy.
And we just both went, nah.
I ate like 2 spoonfuls of that. I can't.
I had one bite. And to be fair, we said to the server, didn't we? We said to our server, that is not good. And he went, what do you mean? I said, we can tell that's been defrosted.
Badly.
And he just looked at us as if to go, oh.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I imagine a lot of the desserts they batch cook and they freeze fine.
But I never used to.
No, but the problem isn't so much in doing that, it's how they're then prepping it after they defrost it.
Yeah.
It was really poor.
Yeah. And actually, it's one thing that we've kind of been talking about with a few other people, the feedback we've had, and whether anybody else has experienced this recently. We'd be really interested to hear your thoughts around the fact that the more Disney has continued to expand, the more quality has suffered. And even tonight at the colour dance party, you could tell that whilst they've tried to move it across from the fantasy that we had in Europe, our friends who saw it for the first time were not impressed because they said it looked like it had been rushed to premiere on this cruise.
Yeah, it was missing a dancer and it was missing 4 characters.
So yeah,
which is a very large.
Very
part of the
large.
show.
It's massive and it really impacted the show. Yeah. So anyway, we're busy day tomorrow. So the next vlog you will see from us is day at sea and disembarkation of this cruise.
Sad times.
Sad times. We love this cruise. It's been absolutely amazing. We are keen, we said this earlier and we reiterate this, we are keen to look at trying to do this later in a year, possibly next year.
September sort of time.
Just so that we can give you a comparison as to early in the season, late in the season. And we will see how that goes. But for now, that's about it. Anything to add, my dear?
No, I'm very tired.
Yeah, we lose an hour tonight, so...
We do lose an hour, I need to make sure we do that. But also, the ships are rocking, so I'm sleepy. And bear in mind, this is probably the earliest we've come up. It is 10:20.
We're going to bed, guys.
We're going to bed. Have we started yet? Apologies. Good morning. Welcome back to Travels with Dani and Paul at Sea.
Today is our final vlog from the Alaska series. We are sad, but today is action-packed. Despite it being a sea day, we are just about to go and see the Wish, which is going straight past us.
No,
so
it's not.
It's not the Wish, it's the Magic. We're going to go see the Magic. Never mind. And then we're off to Palo. We're going to go and enjoy Palo Brunch with our friends. We're then going to take a bit of a wander around the ship for the bits we haven't seen yet, including Deck 5, the back of the ship, see the views around. We've got some trivia we want to do, a few last bits, and then disembarkation on Express.
We don't talk about that.
So we're going to take you with us. It's going to be a relatively longer vlog than some of the other bits we've done so far, so stick with us. And then there's one more vlog from this series after that, but we will cover all that off, because otherwise this has been a very long intro. We'll see you outside looking at the Magic, not the Wish. And the first thing we see this morning before Palo is the Disney Magic in the distance on its first ever Alaska cruise. How amazing is that? And then just off of the starboard side as well, there is another ship which I think was one of the ones in port with us yesterday. But we need to go and get ready for Palo, so we'll see you in a bit. Just like that, we're back from Palo. We're also slightly changed after Palo, and you may notice if Dan moves that way, there is a suitcase on the bed. Well, Welcome back, dear. Palo. We did not film in there because there were lots and lots of people in there. It was very busy.
Now we were chatting with friends.
Yeah, so we didn't film anything but pictures. And they're not literally going to appear like that. But if you've not done Palo Brunch before, it is Disney's bespoke sort of additional cost dining option, and it is utterly sensational on the older ships.
Mwah.
It's good on the new ships. It's not as good as the old ships, I don't think.
No, the first 4 have got it down to a T.
So let's talk about the menu. Brunch is $55 all in. The only additional upcharges, per person. The only additional upcharges are if you have a bespoke cocktail or drink or something like that. But
you get 1 alcoholic drink included, like a Bellini or a mimosa.
And because we are platinum members, we do not have to pay. So
ours is included in the cost.
Yes, but if you are first-time cruiser, silver or gold Castaway Club members, you have your you have to pay your cost of your brunch or your dinner. Whereas if it's for dinner, and I'm going to mention this now, for dinner we will get up to the value of $55 each for dinner. So that kind of explains the current pricing. Yes. The menu that I've put in, you can pick any of that. As much as you want, as little as you want.
Yeah, you can have one of everything if you really want.
Exactly. We have had this menu multiple times, so we know what we do and we don't like. So we have skipped in this instance the pancakes that we would normally have. Oh, driftwood. We have skipped the pancakes that we would normally have in this instance.
Got a hair on my nose.
And we have actually gone straight for the pizzas. You had your cheese and tomato pizza.
Margarita, because it's got proper slices
cheese
of
and tomato pizza.
No.
More driftwood. And I have my calzone, which is just...
Calzone.
The greatest food I have ever eaten on a driftwood. Greatest food I have ever eaten on a Disney cruise ship. It is the best creation of anything to do with pizza dough and a filling in my life.
The best.
I just
driftwood.
Oh, driftwood. And if, for afters, we always go for our regulars. We've had the steak before, we've had other bits before, but I absolutely adore the lasagna to the point that this lasagna was the best one I've ever had in Palo.
I have the chicken palm every single time.
Yeah.
Without fail. Ooh, driftwood. I no notes. It's always 10 out of 10.
Yeah. And it comes with a risotto, doesn't it, underneath?
Yeah, so it's like a creamy risotto and then a layer of tomato sauce, creamy risotto, parmesan crusted chicken.
And the flavourings are just so strong in terms of the fact that everything works really well and it all complements each other, and it's not sort of overwhelming. It's just really well done, really well presented food. And then we always share a dessert, and we had the
raspberry chocolate tart,
which is really, really nice. Our friends had something completely different. And on that note, if you are gluten and or dairy intolerant like our friend, I'm just going to put a picture of her dish in here, which is what the chefs created for her, bespoke.
Yeah, she has something different every time, depends what the chef feels like cooking.
And bear in mind, she knows most of the chefs anyway, so they just know they know what she likes.
Yeah.
So from that side of things, everything we've seen them prepare for our friends on this cruise gives me enough confidence, having tried it, to say to you as our viewers, if you are gluten or dairy or any other intolerance, you do not have to worry about these ships. You do not have to worry if the food is going to be suitable for you. We've tried it and my God, it is bloody good. It is as good as the stuff we eat.
And on the ships, they have a separent allergy kitchen, so cross-contamination is
not an
minimal.
It's not an issue. So yeah, that's about it from Palo. So we went outside. Oh, driftwood. We went outside and saw if they were going to do the Mickey whistles on their way back to Vancouver. They are not. It is still to do with the noise pollution. So there are no Mickey whistles today.
Which is not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. There's still no movie, but we're going to go up and see the Frozen show, which should have been on at the start of the cruise, but they've let it go to today. So we're going to go up now, we're going to go meet our friends. I know that you're looking at me and I'm trying not to look at the screen. So we're going to go upstairs.
For the first time in forever, you might make a good joke.
We're going upstairs. Bye, guys.
We can't wait to hear you. Enjoy the celebration. It's special because for the first time in forever, Elsa and I are celebrating the Aerodome Festival.
And I'm Sir Eric.
Wait, Sir Eric? When were you knighted?
Okay, I'm just Eric, at your service.
Thank you, just Eric. Has anyone seen my sister? She's about so tall, blonde, keeps to herself. Oh, and she has like these cool icy snow powers, like pew, pew. No. Elsa hit Anna with her powers, accidentally freezing her head.
And the King and Queen rushed on it to get help from the trolls.
All these empty rooms, just watching the hours tick by.
Frozen sing-along celebration.
That's mine. There was no snowman.
No snowman. There was Snoopy.
If you've been to Hollywood Studios, you'll have done this just with a lot less characters and a lot less script.
Oh yeah, I missed the improv.
It was good, but it just wasn't, it didn't have the same buzz as...
Did it feel frozen?
We're going to let it go and go to a quiz. Bye! So we've got quite a bit to do still for the rest of the day. There's a couple of trivias we want to do. I think there's a show maybe later on that we want to see. But one of the great things about the day at sea, especially when the weather is this nice and it is warm, don't let the fact that I'm wearing my fleecy jacket belie how warm it actually is. It's not that cold. One of the great things you can do on these ships, especially the non-Wish class ships, is you can come up the back where you look over the top of cabanas and you can see the views and like the trailer where the ship has been. So at the back of Paolo, this is deck 10 where Paolo is at the aft. You will, on a lot of these cruises for Alaska, just be able to see some beautiful, beautiful views. Now, because we are heading directly back to Vancouver, there is a ship in the distance. I'm not sure if it comes out very well on the camera, but there is a ship in the distance that's been following us since we left Ketchikan yesterday, and that will probably, if I was to be a betting man, I'd say that I think that's going to be in Vancouver with us tomorrow morning. Lots and lots of views around, and importantly, if you're worried about signal and Wi-Fi and the likes, I would say from our experience that we have had sort of sporadic 5G from the normal networks. We're on O2 and we've had some relatively sporadic 5G, 4G as we've been going through this sort of passage. So I would say on this sort of thing that the likes of the Wi-Fi is not potentially essential if you can maybe go a little bit without it. But Dan and I have, as we said in one of our other videos, we've been trialling something while we've been out here, and we really are keen to share how we've managed to stay connected whilst we've been on this cruise and how we plan to stay connected whilst we're on further cruises. So we're going to talk about that when we get back. It's going to be a separate vlog. So we're now going to go down and do some marble trivia, but you're actually going to come with me for a minute, because I'm going to show you a couple of areas of the ship that I've not actually shown you or that you've not seen on this Alaska cruise so far. So whilst this is deck 10, we're going to head down a couple of decks. It's deck 5 that we've not actually touched at all this whole cruise. But before we go down, Twist and Spout, which is one of these slides here, goes all the way up there, and then it's this slide that comes down towards the Aqua Lab where you've got all of this wonderful stuff. And this is where Boiler Bites was that I showed you on one of the previous vlogs. If you're not sure on which vlog that is, go back a couple. I think it's the Juneau day where I show about Boiler Bites and the fact that they can do those foods if you are not fancying the food options that are available in the restaurants at times. While I'm on my way down to deck 5, I did just nip into Cabanas very briefly to see how different the buffet was today to any other days. And today was like the Asian corner, and they had chicken tikka masala, a couple of curries, which was nice to see a bit of variation at the top end of the buffet. There was also some beef tenderloins, and looked like there was a shepherd's pie as well, a couple of other bits. So it does just show that they do sort of change up what is on the buffet most days on the ship, especially on these longer ones. But we have seen them change it up on like the 4 nights as well. So do always check. It is worth seeing what there is different. But we are now on deck 5. Right, deck 5, so we may well find Danielle in here later on, because this is the Buena Vista Theatre where they're showing a full range of new releases, including Devil Wears Prada 2. You can see the Hannah Montana special on there, and also they did just show Hoppers, which we saw in the theatre the other day. You do not have to pay to watch any of the films, however the only thing you will have to pay for potentially is any of these sorts of assorted condiments and popcorn and the likes and refreshments. Also up here though is a Small World nursery. I'm not going to show anything in there because there are kids in there at the minute, and then slightly further along here as well is the Oceaneer Club. If you are unfamiliar with the Wonder, Magic, Dream and Fantasy, I think it's the Wish class as well, notice how much smaller the ceilings are on deck 5, and that is to allow for the kids on these decks to feel a little bit taller compared with the rest of the decks. Also worth knowing tonight in here on deck 5, 4 and 3 in the main atrium will be the Until We Meet Again show. Now we always try if we can to get deck 5 just here, and what's hilarious is on the newer ships it's all sort of pyrotechnics and all propelled. On these ships it will be cast at the top, throwing some confetti down, so it's normally good fun to see who is up there and how much of a laugh they're having with you. But yeah, we're going to try and get our normal spot, because deck 4 normally is where they've got all the technicians with all their equipment, so you can't stand there. But we are hopefully going to be able to see the Until You Meet Again show later on. Just finished some marble trivia. We got 14 or 13 out of 20, which wasn't too bad. It was the third highest score, so it shows you how tough those ones are. Apparently dolphins have been spotted as we are sailing back to Vancouver, but we just come up to see if there's anything else before we do Disney Tunes trivia again. There's loads of stuff going on. There's crafts where they're helping create tote bags where you design your own tote bags, and then we've just done the towel folding classes. So there really is so much to do on these days at sea that there is absolutely no reason you can be bored. Absolutely none at all. As well as the opportunity to go and eat somewhere. There's plenty of food still, and it's not even 3 o'clock yet. Danielle, you need to own the fact that you did not win Haunted Mansion trivia.
Yeah.
Yourself and Amy were giving it the big one, and yeah. Although I will say the tiebreaker question was very interesting. How many years was the Hatbox Ghost missing from Disneyland Haunted Mansion? If you know the answer, comment below.
No, you know.
But anyway, we are taking a trundle down some of the corridors so Danielle can pixie dust. So if you ever are on one of the cruises we're on and you get one of these, you're welcome.
I think this is the last of my current type of pixie dust.
Oh, you may get a new pixie dust then. Yeah, so we're just taking a mooch and then make ups to one of the decks and try and do some whale spotting. Oh dear. Have you met my wife?
I'm like Disney Santa.
Do you like Disney Santa?
Yeah.
Anyway, more high quality content from Travels with Dani and Paul. This is now our 7th day. I know what I think, but what would you say your biggest difference on an Alaska cruise is compared to the other 11 that we've done?
I'm not sticky.
I think it's also a lot more of a sightseeing sort of cruise. It's not a go, 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 do, do, do cruise.
Yeah, we've spent a lot of time outside, which we don't do on warmer cruises because it's too hot.
I think what I'd normally say is if you're normally on, say, one of the Caribbean cruises or the Bahamian cruises, you may go lay on deck 4 just to relax and chill and maybe enjoy the warmth, but on this one there's definitely a lot more of a come to see the sights, come to see the views sort of thing. And I'll just give you an example of that. I'm going to turn the camera around now so you can see exactly what we're faced with and why we just stood up on top deck. And whilst yes, there is what appears to be a lumberyard here, which is probably why we've seen all of the driftwood, but this is the view that you get. And I think what's been really interesting is as we've gone round, there's been a lot of sightings of dolphins, of whales, of all sorts, seals as well, I think, wasn't there yesterday?
Yeah, we saw beavers yesterday.
It's definitely a very different cruise, isn't it?
But as Tiana says, sorry, the sun is right behind you. As Tiana says, blue skies and sunshine. It's lovely.
I think we both said we would definitely do one of these again.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I'd prioritise doing one of these over a Bahamian or Caribbean cruise at the moment.
Well, we've been umming and ahhing about the Believe, and I think I would do one of these over
I'd
an
agree
early
with that.
cruise on the
I'd
Believe.
agree with that.
This is just much more our style, a bit more relaxed.
Yeah. But it is interesting that everyone we've spoken to has just been spending a lot more time out on deck. And I know I said earlier on about the fact that it is warm up here. What's interesting today is there's very little breeze up the front of the ship, but it is frighteningly warm, isn't it? I mean, we've both got hoodies on, but I'm sweating.
Yeah, you can tell that we've gotten further away from the Arctic side of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So, anyway, how can you tell you're not in Alaskan waters anymore?
Toy Story.
There's a film on. Therefore, we are clearly out of Alaskan waters, and there is no need to worry about the noise pollution anymore.
I keep looking at like this. Did you see this little circular patch of different type of sea? I'm like, is there a whale there?
Yeah, because the flow patterns as areas converge are fascinating, and we saw this over the last few days when it looks like there may be something underneath, and whether it's the wind change and the tide change and the flow of the water, and you kind of get all excited because you're like, is there something underneath? And you know, yesterday we were talking about the baby salmon, and we were talking about the jellyfish, and then the beaver and the otter, and also, and you're just like, there is so much you can see, and even the kid inside me still gets so excited. I mean, I'm not afraid to admit, I cried the other day when we saw a whale.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. I think I have already in our Amazon basket put binoculars for next year. So we're prepped, we're ready.
Anyway, what's the plan after we spend a bit of time up here, dear?
Not a lot.
not. I want to go see a film at past. It's currently 4:45.
Oh yes, you want to go and see Devil Wears Prada. I have no intent of watching that.
Well,
so
I don't want to pay for it in the cinema. I can do it for free here.
you could just literally wait for it to come out on Disney Plus.
Is that you saying you would like me to see what else is on?
No, absolutely not. You go watch what you want to, my dear.
You can have a nap.
I might well, because I'm shattered. It's a little bit after we've been upstairs, simply on the basis we were up looking at wildlife. It's now 5:15. Like, the day has just flown by. So Dan has gone to watch Devil Wears Prada 2 with our friends. I am completely not bothered about that film, so I'm probably just going to go and watch the show. It's not like there's nothing to do on these ships. So yeah, that's probably going to be my plan, and then maybe mooch around the atrium or see if there's anything else. But other than that, we're just packing up now, and last few bits we're getting a bit sorted for tomorrow for when we go. So yeah, this is the sad part, but hopefully it's been it's good for you to watch along. We've really enjoyed it, and I know that when we kind of get to the end tomorrow and we talk about some thoughts and feelings, hopefully it will have given you enough information and ammunition to maybe do one of these yourselves. One other thing we haven't touched on that I did want to touch on, because it's really important on the Disney cruises, as the cruise goes on, your stateroom folio will be charged towards the end with the tips that you have automatically added. Now, when you come back into the ship, it normally is the penultimate evening, so today is Sunday, it would have been Saturday, we debark on Monday, but we came in this morning back to our room with the kind of tip sheet and all sorts in there, as well as these tip envelopes, best way to describe them, and it's then up to you. It's completely your discretion. So that the tip sheet, as we've explained, if you want a bit more of a detailed breakdown on our June 25 series, we go through the whole process. But the tips are already pretty much allocated and charged to your card on file. But then it is up to you if you want to put anything in here as an additional thank you to the servers. We always do, because we think they're brilliant. And then finally, if you are not doing express checkout and you are leaving your luggage outside your room before 10 PM, you will have your luggage tags, and these are also left in your room. We are Mickey, but because we are doing express checkout and we're not leaving our bags outside, the important thing is you will need to leave your details on the back here. And then what will happen is when you have debark tomorrow after breakfast, they will call the groups, they will say Red Mickey. You will then go back into the port. Here it's Vancouver, but you'll go into the port of Vancouver, you'll find your case in the Red Mickey area, and then you walk out with your luggage. It's as simple as that, really not too complex, and hopefully that's a simple enough explanation for you. One thing I did want to mention that I did miss is that you tip 4 people if you're not concierge. If you tip in concierge, there are 5 people and the tips are a little bit more, but if you are inside room, ocean view, veranda, then you have 4 people. Your stateroom host, you will have the head server, your normal server, and then your assistant server, and they will all have varying amounts. So I think you'll find the assistant server and your head server have less than your main server and your stateroom host, but that will all depend on how it's done per cruise. Some of them you can prepay the tips before you go on the cruises. We sort of just do it as we go. So yeah, just another heads up for you there. We're back.
Hello.
After she ditched me.
For 2 hours. You
yeah.
could have come. You were the only one not there.
I did not want to watch that film.
It's a great film.
I saw Believe instead, with quite possibly the best Rapunzel that I think we've ever seen in that show.
That you've ever seen. Or another tiny boat.
Yeah, in general, all good. We are off to dinner at Tiana's.
Dinner. I'm going to have mac and cheese. Like a child.
You can have off the child's menu if you want to.
Yes. I have had the child's dessert regularly. It's usually really good.
Other than that, it's been very interesting, hasn't it, this cruise?
Food-wise?
Well, just in general, different people's opinions, different people's perspectives.
Everyone has different experiences.
Indeed. This has been an amazing cruise, I will say that.
And we're doing something different for dessert today. Yes. Where are we going for dessert today?
Souffle?
Yes.
We're going to Palo, apparently.
You've already...
We're going to dinner, right? We'll see you in a bit. Bye! Tonight's menu wasn't really one of our favourites, but this is where having a great server team makes all the difference. Danielle and I actually skipped the starters altogether and went straight for the mains. Danielle chose the mac and cheese from the kids menu, which was upgraded to an adult portion, while I chose Big Daddy's roasted prime rib of beef, with the side from the pork tenderloin in the andouille sausage gumbo, which you'll be able to see at the top of the plate. Unfortunately, the beef had a pretty big strip of fat running through it, but thankfully dessert was about to save the day because we were off to Palo for a souffle. So we finished our dinner in Tiana's, and we did say when we came to Palo earlier, we spoke to David, who is the manager here, and we said, we will come back up. We're going to come back up for a souffle, and he said, let me know what time. We said, it'll be after our mains. Normally, we'd be sitting at the bar over there, but
All the way over there.
David has actually guided us to our own table.
With our server from brunch.
I feel very well looked after.
Very privileged.
But as he said, there is still a wonderful view outside, which probably doesn't show on the camera, but there definitely is. It is stunning.
Hi. We have our souffles. We love a souffle. The whole reason we came here. Yeah, we've got Louise again. She's lovely. If you're ever on the Wonder, request her for Paolo.
You probably guess we've left Palo by now, but we did go and spend a bit of time with the people we've met on this cruise to go and see the Until We See You Again. So here is a couple of clips of Until We See You Again.
Behind us. Well, folks, I think there's just one thing left to say. From all of us to all of you, till we meet again.
Now's the time to say goodbye to all our company. Oh gosh!
And it's a much different show compared to the Wish class and the Dream and the Fantasy. It's a very different show. It's actually better that there are shows, because on the Adventure they just wanted you to get off.
They didn't do one, did they?
They didn't know. I'm actually really sad.
I'm depressed.
I'm actually really sad. We have had an amazing time, and it's funny, we were talking with the other Brits that we met, and I think what was really nice is our friends it's so warm. Our friends that we were with have also spent a lot of time talking to the other Brits that were here on this, and we've all just spent some time on deck 4 having a chat, kind of reminiscing about the great times from this. And actually it's got me feeling a little bit sort of like grateful that we've had that opportunity to spend this time with these people.
It's been really nice.
And whether it is Jess and her mum, who we're spending with tomorrow at Capilano Bridge.
Yeah, we're making them go on the suspension bridge.
Whether it's Amy and Sam, whether it is Alana and her family, it's just been amazing, hasn't it?
It's been so much fun. I don't want to get off.
We've actually said, and we all
and also
talk
our friends
about,
that we actually came here with.
Yeah, we just said goodbye to them. They're staying on the back-to-back.
We see them again soon.
We've had an amazing time, and I think whilst the vlog isn't over yet,
yeah, you get the depressing bit next.
It's just been
a good day.
It's been an amazing week.
Amazing week, yeah.
There is something we do need to show you about disembarkation tomorrow, so would you mind picking up said?
Yeah,
just turn it around.
It has our personal information on it.
Yeah, so there is a form that you are provided. This is the Canadian side of the form for
it's in
French. Yeah, our details are actually on the other side, which is why we're not showing you. But this is what you will have to provide to Canadian customers when you get off the ship. Now, our friends are back to back.
I do give you a letter.
You do get this letter. Now, our friends are back to back. If you are doing one of these and it's back to back, you have to hand that into guest services and they take care of it for you. If you're just normal people doing one cruise, yes, I'm calling our friends out. then you have to take this off with you tomorrow when you disembark. And that is what you're going to see next. So for now, good night. We'll see you in the morning.
It's now the sad part of the video where we have to leave.
Anyway, yeah, disembarkation. We're doing express. If you've left your cases out overnight or before 10 PM, you will find your cases in the pool. If I sound miserable, that's because I really am, because I really don't want to get off the ship.
Oh, birdies.
This is the bit that more often than not I'm like, yeah, okay, it is what it is. But today I'm like, I do not want to get off this ship. It has been amazing. Right, we'll take you through the debarkation process, and then yeah, you'll see us back at Canada Place.
Need our form.
Yes. And the queue of sadness begins. So most people have been here since about 6:45 apparently. So the gates to the kingdom will open. I'm trying to be as positive about this as possible. But if you are staying, you will be held somewhere else. If you're doing a back-to-back, you will be allowed to stay on and go back through another process. Our friends know more about that than we do. But yeah, so we'll go through there. But the queue goes all the way back past Triton's. And yeah, we're expecting to be able to get off in a couple of minutes. It's nearly 7:30. And then sadly straight back off the same air bridge we've just come in on. Straight back through the terminal that way. And that's that. So if you book your baggage storage through Danielle, once you've handed in your thing, the people are right here to hand your baggage in. We're just about to go and do our baggage drop off now. They brought us outside the building here where the stand was. It literally comes around here to where the big bus storage for baggage service is. And then we are told to go back in through that way to get out, and that's where we will end the vlog.
And there we have it.
Yeah, that's it. An amazing week. There's very little more we can add to what we've already said about how brilliant this has been. A lot of it has been made better by the people we spent the time with, whether it's our friends that we already knew, whether it's the people that we added to. But even without those people, this cruise and this excursion and this itinerary and the sights and that ship.
We love the Wonder. We're back on the Wonder in December.
That ship is going to be amazing, and I think when anything does eventually happen with changes of ships on the Disney fleet, it's going to be a sad day. But thank you so much for joining us for all of this series. If you've only joined us for this first video, then please go back, watch the others. It's been great. If you've got any questions, comments below, contact Danielle, because I just turn up and point at camera and pretend to know what I'm doing. I've got absolutely no idea. Danielle's nodding at our friend behind the camera who's
agreeing,
who's basically said yes, contact Danielle. But from us, from the Disney Wonder, from Alaska, thank you so much for watching. We will see you on the next vlog for Capilano Suspension Bridge and flying home. But after that, after the Hit and Miss series, we're on the Royal Caribbean, Liberty of the Seas.
Something different.
Something completely different, heading to Portugal and Spain. Portugal. So we will see you then.